閉じたら落ちてくガラスの迷路ひび割れた声まだ消えないまま藤た記憶誰かの夢にすり替わる名前さえ今奪われてく聞こえるか
#4 time
きしむ鎖の叫び逃げないで選ぶんだ自分だけの芯を一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ黒いタイピン運命にコードが刺さる笑うシステム感情を食らう震えた指でログアウト先を探してるでも君の手が確かにここにある忘れるな偽物でも選ぶ痛みはリアル奪えない願いだけが最後のパスワード一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてくささやく嘘切り裂きながら覚めないなら夢を燃やせ一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせてかけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ必殺君の声で暗いスクリプトを壊して一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を更新してく挟むく影抱きしめながら傷ついても夢を離すな一つ操られた未来君と一緒に飛び越えて交差してくストーリー今始まりに帰ろう
That's right, boys. Shout out to everybody. Welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, you got to bring it in. Let's go. We got to hug it out. Listen, it is a beautiful, glorious Sunday because I have decided to completely ignore Mondays. Mondays will no longer be recognized on this channel. That's right, boys. That's right. So it looks like Sunday's getting doubled up. It's a double Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Fuck Mondays. They don't exist. Bring it in. We gotta hug it out, boys. Come on, let's go. Let's go. I need to see people running in here. Come on. Also, no hugging? No. We will hug. We absolutely will hug. We got red boys being dropped already in the chat. Black tailgate dropping bangers. Absolute bangers in the chat. King Demon Wing nuking the fucking chat with memberships already. Guys, we haven't even started yet. We haven't even started yet. Come on, boys. Get in here. Stop denying the hug. Seriously, stop denying it. Stop denying it. Get in here. Let's hug it out and listen very closely. If you guys are watching over on YouTube, like the stream. That's right, boys. You can't deny it. You can't deny it. Guys, if you are watching over on Rumble, like the stream. Like the stream. Let's go. And if you guys are watching anywhere else right now, not only is that impossible, but you're probably gay. You didn't watch the video that I released today.
You are gay!
To be fair, I haven't released a video in like 2 weeks. I haven't released a video in 2 weeks, so I wouldn't blame you. Guys, can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking? What are we checking today? Ladies and gentlemen, guys, we got a lot we got to talk about today, man. Holy shit, the Destiny fanboys are after me, boys. Well, to be fair, I don't know if they're fanboys necessarily, but man, Destiny fans not happy with me. They're not happy with me, all because I said I don't understand why we're crying over a video game. They started assuming everything. They started assuming I've never played Destiny before. They started assuming I've never had a connection to a video game.
Just as much as Surpasses and pineapple pizza.
No.
Anyway, happy Memorial Day, Hypno and chat.
Stop lying! Stop! You know what, guys? Listen, 02. Stop lying. Otherwise, I'm gonna shave your head just like I did Chewbacca. Okay, stop lying. I don't like Mondays. I don't like Scampuses. I don't like pineapple pizza. I will say Happy Memorial Day, though. Absolutely. Absolutely. I approve of that. I approve of that message. Oh, shit.
Want to hear a secret?
Oh.
I love Mondays.
No! No!
Hey, got him.
I really hate you. It's too early for that. It's too early for the fucking... It's too early to switch it up from beauty to DSP and clapping cheeks. It's too early for that. Can we at least wait 10 minutes? Can we wait 10 minutes? Jesus fucking Christ, clearly.
Yo, Hypno, I've been thinking about the whole Becky Boop
What's
situation
up, Speedy
and
K?
thought, why not change the parody of her and Drawn Together instead?
Because they're lazy. I don't know. Thank you for the 5, Speedy Cake. You might have a point. I don't know, but they might be too lazy. Who knows? Who knows? Guys, listen. Mic check. What are we checking? We got a lot we got to talk about today. Seriously, Destiny fanboys are not happy. They're not happy because all I said was I don't understand why people are crying over a video game. In the sense of like, it's crazy. Man, it doesn't matter how much you try to explain things. I think what happens on the internet is that the moment somebody hears something they don't like, especially if it's at the beginning of what you're actually talking about, they completely...
How dare you? BOI, how dare you?
BOI. Sith Lord Kratos with the 5. Thank you, sir. It doesn't matter. They just completely check out mentally, and then they just assume everything you said after the point that they don't like, which is crazy. So, and then you know how you know it's true? Because then when they complain to you and they write you a fucking novel of how you're a terrible person because you question crying physical tears over a video game, they just assume everything, and then everything they assumed is actually factually incorrect. And on top of that, it was addressed in the comment. I don't get it. I don't understand. But we're going to go over today because, I don't know, they just give me another reason to talk about it today. Why not? Oh, and apparently I'm a grifter. Yeah, there's that. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I knew was good. That's what I knew was good. Once I read like the whole fucking spiel, and then I got hit with grifter, I was like, oh, okay. Why couldn't you just start with that? Why couldn't you just start with that? That would have been great. But anyway, guys, what else are we checking, man? Griffnotic check? Yeah, I know. Tainted Grail 1-year anniversary free DLC pack. Yes, I saw that. I got to get back into Tainted Grail. I really do. I have to see how much the game has improved because when I first reviewed it, it was really buggy. So I'm hoping they fix it up.
Thank you to the men and women who fought for this country.
Yes.
Fanboys are very emotional hypno, so don't be too hard on them.
I won't be hard on them. On them. Thank you, Mr. Melancholy, with the 5. I appreciate that. All right, guys. What else are we checking, man? Heresy check. The word grifter has about as much meaning as the word incel and chud anymore check. Yep, pretty much. We got a sniff check. We're checking your balls. Damn! We're checking my balls. Purge is the heresy check. I agree. Bravo tainted grail check. Hypno is the grifter of the grifters check. Also, Unreal Engine. Is that what's it? Unreal Engine? No. Am I reading that right? UR6 does not come out in like 2 years. Oh, okay. There you go. Checking that. Chewy, I summon you check. No, we're not doing that. Much love to Sonya check. Hard AO check. Chewbacca check. Watching Bungie fail is such a sweet, delicious bliss check. Biden ass check. Destiny getting felted check. Fanboys of strange creatures check. They're all very strange. They're very, very strange. Guys, our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the fucking stream, boys. Like the stream. Guys, we're going to do the Bigot Army roll call, but before we do any of that, we got to celebrate Black Tailgate with the first Red Boy that this man has ever dropped on this stream. A $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger for none other than Cortana.
We have ourselves a Red Boy Hyper Banger!
It's another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies
Black Tailgate. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that, man. Old Man Cat, I don't know why yours didn't play. I'm going to try to replay it to see if it works. Sometimes it...
Hashtag Cortana.
Yeah, see, sometimes it freaks out.
Hey, everyone.
Yep,
Vote for Cortana.
There you go.
Also give the mods lots of love, especially Old Man Cad. He is my favorite.
Bro, I need to get a lying sound. I need a sound that just says you are lying through your teeth. You're lying through your teeth, God damn it. Guys, thank you so much for the insane support. Listen, let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in this chat hanging out with us on this glorious, beautiful Sunday, because we're not going to acknowledge Monday. All right, we're just not doing it. We're not acknowledging Monday. We will acknowledge Memorial Day, but fuck Monday. Guys, we got Last Shadow in the chat. What's up, man? We got Colonel Ruv, Jinx Hand, Soul Reaper. Thanos just sent a gift. 100 jewels. Thank you for the high five. Pokey Race. We got Preston. We got Mr. Melancholy. Preston says, what's with the Rick Roll video in the background? Does it make you uncomfortable? Does it make you think? Is it mesmerizing? Perhaps even hypnotizing? I don't know. I just felt like putting it in the background. It's really not that deep. We got Colonel Ruv in the chat. We got John D. We got Sith Lord Kratos. What's going on, brother? We got Mr. Melancholy, Phil Espa. Blue Octopus is screaming at the top of her lungs, man. Look at her. Look at her. We got Romanizer 24. We got Tubby Tank. We got Soul Reaper 2078. We got Beautiful Zexel. We got Sam Fisher. Tenebrae. We got Monkey Man 04. We got Too Cool Curry. We got Dragon. The King Joker. We got Fractal Mage. We got Sam Fisher. Old Man Cad. We got John D. We got Black Motherfucking Tailgate. We got Soul Reaper 2078. We got, let me see. Let me scroll down a little bit. Hold on. These guys are spamming. We got Too Cool Curry. We got Sonya Lisette. We got Joel Jimenez. We got, let me scroll down. D Draconic. What's going on? We got Wally Dangerous. We got Melody Johnson. We got Hanny in the chat. We got Monkey Man 04. We got Fallen Reborn. What's going on, dude? We got Matt Fun Cool. We got Miss Bella Games. We got, let me see. Sam Fisher. I already called that one. Dark Sister Loco. What's going on, brother? Oh, man, my grandfather passed away during the weekend. All shout to Tata Mother something. Mother, what? I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Shout out to Dark Sister Loco and his granddaddy. That is sad news. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Hang out with us for as long as you want. Hopefully we could, take your mind off it a little bit. Hey, yo, No Hearts Left says, keep talking like that. I'm about to bust. Brother, come on, bro. Come on. No, actually, don't come on. No. No. Never mind. Forget it. No, stop. Never mind. Forget it. That's gay. Yeah, that's gay. Pause that. That's a double pause. That's a double and a half pause. Stop it. God damn it. Jay Sims, Titan Wasp, what's going on, man? How you doing? He says, I am still the best. We got Albert Wesker in the chat. Holy shit. Albert Wesker says, what are you? The question is, my man, what are you? Albert Wesker, what are you? Shout out to Albert Wesker. We got Jason Alator. We got, who else is here? Let me see. Phil Espo, what's going on, brother? And last but not least, actually, let's do 4 more. We got to do 4 more. We got Kurakami over on Rumble. We got Great Ape over on Rumble. Genetic Explorer over on Rumble. Sargon over on Rumble. We got Varchild over on Rumble. Genetic Explorer over on Rumble. I already said that. Fuck. Base Chicago over on Rumble. Demise over on Rumble. We got Fluffy Murder Machine over on Rumble. Zelosi over on Rumble. Mayo Riot over on Rumble. Who else is here, man? Let me see. Let me scroll down. I'm trying to call out Rumble names, man. What do we got? Crash Collins over on Rumble. Base Chicago over on Rumble. Democulus over on Rumble. Damn, he says, who would vote for Cortana? She is tainted now. Damn. Tornal over on Rumble. And last but not least, we got, let's see, Great Ape over on Rumble. And anybody else? Let's see. Nope. Oh, even T-Jab Steve is over there on Rumble. All right, boys, listen. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member before we get to the membership train. And let's see who is going to get the final call-out money shot today. Who is it going to be? We got Voice of the Water says no Una Reverse, Max Overguard, Booty Hole Protected by Emojis, Durette the Goblin King, puts on an elaborate musical number with its subjects to distract the person down by 4 so that they cannot avoid the money shot, which goes to Monkey Man, Sam Fisher, Colonel Ruv, and Gamer Disturbed, who says, my ass over on Rumble. Sir, that is not protection. That is not protection. That is not protection. I'm sorry, my brother. It looks like that's not good because you said your ass, which means your ass is currently out right now for the final call-out money shot, which makes it even more awkward than it had to be. This is very awkward. Congratulations! The Gamer Disturbed, you are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
It didn't have to be like this. It didn't have to be like this, man. Guys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about. All right. We're going to be talking about in depth the whole Destiny 2 situation. All right. We've been talking about it for a couple of days now. And every once in a while, something new always comes out. Guys, we got to talk about this petition. We're going to talk about the petition that they have right now that is currently over 200 some odd thousand signatures. Okay. It's a lot of signatures. Not only that, we're going to go over the videos that have been posted to that petition from players of Destiny. Because I was accused of grifting, okay? I was accused of grifting from somebody who I guess really loves Destiny. Apparently the person followed me on Twitter, but also thinks I'm a grifter. I don't really get that mindset, but anyway. It is what it is. We're going to talk about it because, you know, I released a video today kind of recapping our discussion we had yesterday about Destiny. And how, you know, whose blame is it? Sony, Bungie? Is it both? Like, we kind of were just going over everything. And in that video, I was saying how even though, like, and it's so funny because I literally said that that Destiny was like, the first Destiny was a cultural icon. That I hardcore played Destiny 1, loved that game, had so many hours in Destiny 1. I only played like 80 to 100 hours in Destiny 2 and then I quit. I wasn't for it. But Destiny 1, I played like crazy. Love Destiny 1. I can understand the huge cultural impact that it had on people. I even called it the World of Warcraft of its time. It's pretty big, right? I even said how I played thousands of hours in other video games and I can understand people's attachment to the game. But I just personally don't understand having physical tears over a video game. I don't think I'll ever let a video game get me to that point. Well, holy shit, that's all it took, boys. That's all it took. That is... You know, I thought you were dead. I really thought you were dead. I'm almost positive that when I shaved you, I thought you were dead. But I guess your hair grows back very quickly. Thank you, Adair Soto, for the 5. I appreciate that. You son of a bitch. Chewbacca speaking facts. You don't even understand what Chewbacca is saying. How can he be speaking facts? Jesus, man. Anyway, guys, listen.
We're just sending a signal to Sony saying, hey, we will give you money if you make Destiny 3 right. If I can delete and re-download campaigns without losing them, I will be okay with Destiny 3.
Oh yeah, I totally understand that. I have no problems with the petition. I don't really think it's going to like make a difference, but I have no problems with the petition. Let me make that very clear. You know, I'm even going to link the petition today after the segment in the chat so that you guys can have it. I just think people, bro, like emotions are at the all-time high with this situation that people just don't want to hear the truth. I really think that's what it is. People just don't want to hear the fucking truth about this. But anyway, so I never said you can't be mad. I've never said you can't be disappointed. I never even said you can't be so upset to the point where you start feeling a little bit emotional. But goddamn, like all I said was that I don't understand having a video game make you come to like physical tears. That's all I personally said. And then people just started assuming everything. They were like, oh, you never had a video game you were attached to. You never had. Of course. Of course I did. I have thousands of hours in World of Warcraft, EverQuest, Final Fantasy XI especially. There's so many video games that I have thousands of hours in.
Don't worry, Hypno. I will help you translate what Chewbacca said. He says you love him and to the bottom of your heart. And he wants to hug you, no pause, with his nicer hands with oil.
His hands with oil? His hands with oil is crazy. That's crazy. Is this motherfucker saying he didn't shed a tear when Dom died in Gears 3? No. So you're saying Arthur Morgan dying didn't make you cry? No, but I will say that Arthur Morgan dying was pretty fucking not shocking because we all kind of knew it was coming. Obviously, because he caught tuberculosis pretty early into the story. And obviously at the time, you know, the game takes place in, tuberculosis was pretty much a death sentence, right? So you kind of saw it coming. But even then, you were kind of hopeful that he would at least be able to get, you know, revenge against Micah and all that stuff. But anyway, I'm not gonna go into like Red Dead Redemption 2 and all that stuff. But there are so many video games that have completely died off or have completely like I've been forced to move from or anything like that. And I had thousands of hours in them and I never shed a tear. But again, and I even said in the videos, if that's what you want to do, if you want to shed a tear, go ahead. I don't personally understand it. And then people just they got so mad. They got so mad. They're like, how dare you mock us? I'm not mocking you. I just said that I think it's funny and I don't understand. But you can still do whatever you want to do. Jesus Christ. My God. Like, don't mock us. I'm not mocking you. I'm trying to talk to them, get the story. Anyway, I just thought that shit was funny. I thought it was funny. I still do. Hypno is dead inside. I've said that many times, Tiger King. I've said that many times. Anyway, spoilers, man. Come on. Spoilers for Red Dead Redemption 2? Brother, if you weren't going to play that game by now, you were never going to play it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not sorry. All right. Anyway, so we're going to talk about Destiny. We're going to go over some comments that I got about Destiny. We're going to go over the petition because I was told that I should listen to the people that are very emotional about Destiny. Because apparently I've never been emotional or attached to a video game before. At least that's what people are assuming. So, and then I'm a grifter. So that's another one too. So we're gonna definitely check that out. We're gonna look into the petition. We're gonna watch some videos that people have uploaded to the petition, and I think it'll be interesting. We're also gonna look at the Marathon and Destiny forums because holy shit, it's insane. It's insane. It's literally on fire, and it keeps getting worse every day, every single day. It's gonna be a long topic, so we got a lot we got to go over. Adair Soto, thank you for the 10, by the way. I appreciate that. Scrap Gamer, I might have to replay yours. I don't know why it's not coming through. But I might have to replay yours. I don't know if it's because something was said or it's trying to understand the word smash that you put with the thing. I don't know. I hit replay. I'll try it out. So many hours in red. Yeah, Trish. Seriously.
I would have voted for Cortana, but after what modern-day Bungie has done to her, hard pass. Also.
What? Oh my God, I just realized what that said. It said, let me smash, please. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. I wish I never even read that. Jesus, fuck. Anyway, thank you for the 10, Scrap Gamer. I appreciate that. So we're going to talk about the Destiny situation. We are also going to talk about Star Citizen. Because that's another video game. Holy shit, we're just... Bro, we are on a warpath today. Star Citizen is another video game that people get highly fucking emotional over if you don't just, like, completely glaze the game. Anyway, we're going to talk about Star Citizen because Star Citizen has officially passed $1 billion in funding after 14 years of development. We're going to talk about that and see what's going on over there because it's a little bit insane, obviously. And we're going to talk about, guess what? Another emotional topic because we're going to be talking about Tekken. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't get to cover it the other day, but I will cover it today. Yujiro Hanma has been added to Tekken 8, and half of the people are fucking pissed, and the other half are excited as fuck over it. And emotions are at an all-time high over Yujiro being added to Tekken 8. So we're going to talk about that as well because... holy shit, man. It's crazy what's going on out there regarding Tekken 8 and whatnot. I gotta be honest with you, I'm kind of excited for Yu-Gi-Oh! Being added to the game. It kind of makes me want to start playing it. I just have no time to get invested in games like this, especially when fucking Atreus and Kata want to be playing Halo Infinite now. Whatever. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, Tekken 8. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. So we got to go over that nonsense. Obviously, we got some video reactions. We got some comments. Apparently, Apparently, people think that they should not add Yujiro to Tekken 8 because of his decisions that he made inside of the actual story of Baki. Like, they're literally calling him a rapist. What the fuck? Bro, crazy shit. Halo Infinite, why? Well, because Black Tailgate, here's the thing, right? So I introduced these guys to a real FPS, right? And when they realized the amount of aim that you had to have in order to be accurate in a video game like Counter-Strike, it made them run away to Halo where there's barely any recoil in anything. You know what I'm saying? They ran away. They ran away to Halo. They're like, fuck this shit. We got to go back to Halo, boys. We got to go back to Halo. This is too much, man. It's too much, you know? So they couldn't take it. It is what it is. It is what it is. So we got to talk about that as well, man. We got some interesting topics. And then we got some fast stuff. We got First Light. Bro, 007 First Light. Did you guys see that 007 First Light? And I hate this shit because it dates the game. I really feel like it does. But these TikTok brain developers, they added Kabi, am I saying his name right? Kabi Lame to 007 First Light. Did you see that? And he's doing his typical like TikTok meme thing. Like, bro, he's not even relevant anymore. Why the fuck? He's not even Kabi Lame. You don't know who Kabi Lame is? Oh, you'll see. You'll see. Don't worry. What the fuck? Whoa. Chewbacca. Are you done? Jesus Christ, man. What did he even say? Are they really mad because of that? Just tells you that people are just a bunch of soft snowflakes. They never watch anime. Yeah, they're mad. They're actually very upset. So we're gonna talk about that. He's speaking facts. You don't even understand what he's saying. How could he be speaking facts? You don't even speak his like. Anyway, it's fine. So we're gonna talk about that. And like I said, we got some other fast topics. You know, it's nothing. It's a bunch of shit, man. It's a bunch of shit. Oh, and apparently the Resident Evil movie director has finally responded to fans that want the movies to be more like the video games. And he's essentially saying, I'm sorry you feel that way, but let me explain to you why my vision is better. Brother. They don't get it. They just refuse. They refuse, boys. It's like, man, if I had $1 for every time some Hollywood fucking Nepo baby thought to themselves, yeah, my vision is better. Fuck your history. You know what I'm saying? Guys, so with all that being said, let's begin. We need to get the membership train going. And then we're going to get over the pre-stream legends and get right into the content because we got a lot we got to go over. So let's light this shit up, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly Atris who rage quit during the stream when you guys played.
Yeah, he rage quit and went right back to to Halo Infinite. Guys, get on the train. Let's light it up today. It's Memorial Day. Let's have a good time. Light it up, get on the train, give out the gifts, give it to all the anime waifus on the train, boys. And let's spam the train emojis in the chat. And let's fucking go. Let's go. Shout out to King Alucard for the raid. I appreciate that. Perfect timing. Somebody drag King Alucard onto the train. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, all
get on
aboard
the train.
The membership train. Lights up, first spark, first flame.
Black Tailgate drops a membership over on YouTube. Deidre Connick drops a membership over on Rumble. Thank you. Randall drops a membership over on YouTube. Crash Collins drops a membership over on Rumble. It's tied right now. It's tied. Chewy, shout out Chewy. chain right now between YouTube and Rumble.
Side by side, we're breaking the chain. Turn the screen to a burning campaign. From the first to the last.
Train emojis in the chat, boys.
We are Hypnocast. Membership train.
Lockwire drops a 5 membership banger over on YouTube. And then Arcuz drops 5 memberships over on YouTube at the last second. Wow, I was close for a long time there. Holy shit. Shout out to YouTube and Rumble. Thank you for the membership train. I appreciate that. Thank you for spamming the chat with the train emojis. Guys, we ready for this? Let's get into it, boys. Chewy, I hate you. I hate you for making yourself known on the membership train. I just want you to know that. Guys, let's go back. Let's go back. Hold on. Okay. Starting us off, we had King motherfucking Demon Wing. King Demon Wing dropped not 5, but a 10 membership banger at the beginning of the stream.
More memberships! More memberships!
I hate you.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Shout out to King Demon Wing. Thank you so much for the 10 membership mega banger. I appreciate that, my man. And then we had Randall dropping a membership at the beginning of the stream. I appreciate that. D Draconic with the 5, lying on my life, saying I like Mondays, pineapple pizza, and scampuses. That is not true. Monkey Man with the 5 with the beauty voice, fucking it up with the DSP nonsense. I appreciate that. And the zesty stuff. Speedy Cake with the 5 with the Betty Boop. Thank you, sir. Sith Lord Kratos with the 5. I appreciate it. And then we got Mr. Melancholy with the 5 for Trish. Thank you. I appreciate that. Old Man Cad with the 5 for Cortana, which, by the way, we didn't even go over it, so let's do it now. All right, motherfuckers, listen up. Yesterday, it was a bit of a bloodbath. All right, it was a bit of a bloodbath. 2B completely destroyed Siri in the battle, and 2B will be going up against Samus in the next round. So we have our first next round in this bracket decided already. Today, we got none other than Cortana versus Trish from Devil May Cry, ladies and gentlemen. So make your voices known and let me... I hate this guy. I hate this guy so much. Let your voices be known with hashtag Cortana or hashtag Trish in the super chats. That it has to be in the beginning. It has to be at the start of the super chat for it to count. So please make sure that you do that. That way it'll work out beautifully, guys. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Guys, Adair Soto, thank you for the 5. Cannonball, thank you for the 10. I appreciate that. Adair Soto, thank you for the 10. Scrap Gamer, thank you for the 10. On Trish and Adair Soto with another 10. Thank you, sir. And then Sith Lord Kratos with the 5. Thank you, sir.
Back in my day,
oh no,
we didn't cry about video games.
Grandpa's out.
And anime characters. We just beat the crap out of the nerds who did.
Grandpa's out, boys. Grandpa's out. Shout out to Old Man Cat with the 5 for Cortana. Thank you. I appreciate that. T-Jab says that right now...
Hashtag Cortana, current Cortana, bad. Current Trish, bad. Old Cortana, good. Old Trish, bad.
Well, I guess it's all bad then. Secret Final Boss, thank you for the 5. Adair, thank you for the 5. You bastard. I guess it's all bad. We got Sith Lord Kratos with the 5. Thank you, sir. We got Black Tailgate with the membership. Thank you, my man. And then Black Tailgate also dropped a $100 Red Boy Hyper Banger on the chat in the beginning. Summon the fairies. I appreciate that. I was kind of hoping you were going to pick anime waifus, but that's okay. Maybe we'll get that later in the stream. We'll see. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. We got Rando gifting a membership as well. Thank you. And then Adair Soto with the 5 as well. Thank you, sir. Then Lockwire dropped a 5 membership banger.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Shout out to Lockwire. Thank you so much for the 5 membership banger. I appreciate that, my man. Then we got our cuz dropping a 5 membership banger.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
By the way, I owe King Demon Wing a Kiryu clip because with his 10 memberships, that was the first one of the stream. And you already know what that means. I swear. Adair, if you start speaking in R2D2, oh my god. Oh my god. First Chewbacca, now R2D2. I didn't even realize we had an R2D2 fucking voice there. Jesus Christ, man. Thank you, Adair, for the 5.
Vote for an actual good iGirlfriend.
Yes, I agree. Jason Long. Very good, very good. Thank you. Adair Salto, thank you for the 5, and then another 5, and then Old Man Cad with a 5 for Cortana. Thank you, sir. Secret Final Boss also dropped a 5 for Cortana. Appreciate that. Adair Soto with another 5. Thank you. And then another 5. Thank you. And then Jason Long with that $7 banger. I appreciate that, my man. With Cortana being the vote. Now, I don't know what the numbers are right now, but TJAP dropped an update a little bit ago saying that we're 179 away from Tier 2, and the current battle standings are Cortana's at 105, and Trish is at $15. I think Trish can catch up. I think she can catch up today. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's go over to Rumble, man. Rumble, what are we doing? We got Tornall with a 2, says, reject reality at your peril. AAA Studios rejected daily, and look where that gets them. Mondays happen whether you embrace insanity or reality. No! I don't like Mondays. They don't exist. All right? They don't exist. Thank you, though. We got Dietrich Connick gifting a membership over on Rumble. Thank you, my good man. I appreciate that. And then Crash Collins gifted a membership over on Rumble. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. I think we are fully caught up, guys. Let's start getting into the content. Are we ready for this, boys? Are we ready for this? I think we're ready for this. Let's fucking do it, boys. Uh-oh. Hold on.
Come on, it's funny. Is the goal right, Chewbacca?
Of course, R2-D2 and Chewbacca Hypno is just a bigo.
A what? I'm just a what? Sound like he dropped a slur right there. What the fuck? Jesus, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, my God, man. Yeah, and yeah, clearly. Yeah, felt it is like, yeah, I know. I know. Guys, like the stream. Some of these are not going through. Let me see. Is it just, you know, I think you're overwhelming the system. I think that's what's happening here. The system's being overwhelmed.
Hashtag Trish.
I like DMC4. Trish just a little bit more, but that 5 wasn't too bad. I've missed a few streams. Did Lady make an appearance?
No. Lady did not make an appearance. Thank you for the 5, HXC. I appreciate that.
Hashtag Cortana.
The worst thing about her living in my helmet is that I couldn't clap those checks. But in my mind...
What? Oh my god, no.
Slow clapped.
No, you fucked up the last slow clap.
Hashtag
No.
Trish.
I want
MDW.
a soul filled with light.
What?
Not something made of light. Mohahaha.
Yo. the Yo, that gets me every time, bro. You think I would be used to it by now, but I can't. I think Benjamins did not get read. I didn't miss one. The TTS just sometimes skips it because it might think something's weird. Let's try it again. Hold on. Holy shit.
Mimir, brother, I think you have a Mimir voice too.
And if not, then this super chat was for naught.
I guess I don't have a Mimir voice. Thank you, Benjamin, for the 5. I appreciate that. At least you got the Sonya voice. Man. Thank you. All right, guys. We are fully caught up everywhere. Genetic Spore actually with the dollar says Hypnotic Rumble TTS is better. We have a Hypno option. Yeah, clearly. You guys have the exclusive Rumble edition. The Hypno option. Yes, you have that. Absolutely. All right, boys. We're caught up, man. You guys are insane. I'm going to keep the TTS on for a little bit while we get into the fast topics, and
Hashtag Cortana.
and then we'll be fine.
And where it is a mega laugh, it is
What?
a beautiful laugh. And where
And what the fuck was that? Bro, that's crazy. Oh my god, is that Sonya? Yes, that's Sonya's voice. Sonya added herself to the TTS. Holy shit. Wow. Thank you, Ron DFK with the 5. I appreciate What was that, bro? Anyway, all right. Guys, fast topics, man. First fast topic, numero uno. We got to talk about this shit, man. We got to talk about this. Guys, look at this, man. 007 First Light, you know? Well, actually, let me adjust my chat because for some reason it looks weird. Hold on. There we go.
Chewbacca, 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 Chewbacca.
I don't even know anymore. I don't even know anymore, bro. I don't know anymore. I give up. You thought that was the video? No. No, that was not the video. This motherfucker's singing Jingle Bells now. What are we doing, bro? Oh my god. Anyway, guys, listen. Please pay attention. Fast topic is about 007 First Light. So they released this clip of an interaction, we'll just say, with Bond and a particular NPC in the game. And if you guys look at the NPC, you may recognize him, you may not. He was a lot more popular a couple of years ago. And what he ended up doing was he actually ended up selling his identity. He completely sold the rights to his own identity. So now AI companies can utilize his face for anything without it actually being him. If you see videos of this person, chances are it's not even actually him. Right? So this is Kabi lame. And what they did, and this, honestly, this kind of shows you just how long this game has been in development, Because if they're adding Copy Lame in 2026, brother, you are adding something from TikTok from like 4 years ago. You know what I mean? So I'm going to explain for you guys who may not know who this is, but let me just show you, and then we'll kind of go into it. Hold on. So here we go. Here's the interaction. It's only 23 seconds long. Check it out.
Wouldn't know where I can find the Tranquility Cave by any chance. Thanks. You think?
So the meme, Copy Lame as like he was a very famous meme, okay? Where all he does is when people ask a question that it has such an obvious answer to it, all he does is just point at something that has the answer. That's the meme, right? So they decided to add him in the game for his meme. So Bond ends up asking, hey, where can I find the Tranquility Cave? And the Tranquility Cave literally is listed right in front of him on the directions. And so with the meme, Copy Lane is like pointing at it. You know, like, here you go. Pointing at it. This was popular like 4 years ago, bro. This was popular 4 years ago. Now, don't get it twisted. Copy Lame sold his identity and his actual, like, his face and everything for like $900 million or something like that. I don't know. He made a lot of money off of it. So I don't blame him. But still, at the end of the day, it's like, I know, like, I spoke to Kata and a couple of guys about this. Like, Kata doesn't mind it. He actually likes it. For me, I feel like what this does is this dates your game. This dates your game, right? If somebody wants to play your game 5 years from now, 10 years from now, are they gonna know Copy Lame? They're just gonna think this is an NPC that is just being like sarcastic. That's basically it. They're like, I feel like this dates your game a little bit, you know, by putting in memes that have a little bit of a how do I put it? Like a time limit on it. You know, like this is just, it's a meme. You're putting it in as a meme. You know, this was honestly, this is dated before the game even comes out. Because again, Copy Lame is not relevant whatsoever. Again, I'm just being honest with you. I haven't seen him anywhere. What is Copy Lame? You don't want to know, bro. All I'm saying is that I think it's a little bit annoying. Like, is it funny? Yeah, it's kind of funny. But at the end of the day, it's like, really? You could have just put in a generic NPC and have him point there. You didn't have to add Copy Lame for an obvious, like, oh my God, we have Copy Lame in the game. Who is cheering about Copy Lame being in this game? I don't know. I have no idea. But that's me personally. And people's reaction to it are not great. I cannot think of a more pointless addition to a game. I have no clue who this is, but I'm assuming it's an influencer of some kind. I'm even less interested in this game now. Why would they do that? That is such an ugly and unnecessary few seconds. Man, what the fuck is this? We just put anyone in games now. Put me in it too, why don't you? Fucking pathetic, talentless. Now fuck this game. Getting a fucking grip, bruh. No wonder your game series is fucking dying. So clearly a lot of people don't like it. Okay? There are some people that do, but a lot of people don't, and they find it to be kind of pointless. I also want to reiterate something. Think about this, right? When we talk about AAA budgets, and we talk about how money is being blown left and right, and how these budgets are ballooning to the moon, do you think that Copy Lame was cheap to add to the game? Do you think he was cheap, or do you think they threw money at whoever owns his identity now? Because I guarantee you, whoever owns Copy Lame as a whole, I guarantee you they made some nice money by being added into 007. You know? That money could have been saved, could have been put to something more useful. You know what I'm saying? So, again, it's clear that this waste of money is not going to stop. It's just not going to stop. How did this add to the gameplay? It didn't. This is meant to make Gen Zers go, ooh, wow. That's really... Do you think any adult's going to be like, oh my God, Copy Lame? Like, no, it's going to be young people. Young people. That's really what they're aiming for. you know? So that's basically it, boys. But I thought it was pretty funny. But most people, he's making money off of saying absolutely nothing. He really hacked this shit. Actually, he's making money. He already made his money. How can we figure out a way to shoehorn in another black person to make the white man look stupid, even if it makes no sense at all? Perfect. I don't know if it was about that, but then again, it kind of does prove that, you know? But regardless, still pretty funny at the end of the day that they are that desperate that they put in Cobby Lame of all people, which is a little bit weird. So anyway. All right, let me X that out. Let's get into this next fast topic. Guys, I don't know if you saw, but there is a situation going on over at good old Blizzard, which I'm kind of not surprised by. Now, keep this in mind. This is a bit unverified, okay? It's being reported by libs of TikTok. Take it with a massive, massive grain of salt. But I'm sure at some point it's going to be verified or not verified. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But let's talk about this. So, libs of TikTok ended up posting this earlier, and I saw this, and it was highly questionable. But I'm going to go over it anyway. Inbox, Blizzard Entertainment, which is owned by Microsoft, apparently penalized a gamer who named one of his characters JD Vance after he was mass reported by other players. They are claiming that it violated vulgarity and hate speech code of conduct policies. Nice. Why is the vice president hate speech? I bet if it said Biden, it would be fine. Which I would agree with that, right? I gotta imagine. Now, again, just take this with a massive grain of salt because it's libs of TikTok. There's nothing that's verified right now. But what I would say is that if it is true, this would not exactly be shocking information because we've seen Blizzard do stupid shit like this in the past. We've also seen Microsoft do stupid shit like this in the past. We've seen how they've, handled certain automated AI policies when it comes to supposed hate speech and all that, banning people for supposed hate speech and using gamer words. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't understand how this is even remotely, a thing. But I guess maybe they have some sort of policy that prevents you from naming your character after, let's say, presidents or real celebrities or whatever. Maybe they have some policy like that. But if that's the case, why are you able to do it? If you have a policy like that, you should be able to have an AI automated takedown system that prevents people from naming their characters JD Vance. So why don't you have that if it's so important to you? Right? In my opinion, I think what it is that truthfully somebody got wind of this after the mass reporting, because mass reporting always leads to an immediate decision, and they decided to just say, you know what, it's hate speech, whatever, But if you read this, it says that it happened during Diablo 4. Your players reported your inappropriate user-generated name multiple times for violating the code of conduct, and we've modified JD Vance as a result. As the owner of this account, you're responsible for all actions associated with it. We will only overturn penalties if there is evidence of a compromised account or similar extenuating circumstances. View the account restrictions page for more information. Again, I don't know if this is true. I'm just telling you, I saw that and I'm like, that's interesting. So that's interesting. We'll kind of see what happens from there, but a little bit weird.
Ninja Biden is my favorite president. Pistachio throwing cons for the one, my fellow young lasses.
Ninja Biden. Ninja Biden is crazy, bro. Crazy. Thank you, Benjamin, for the 5. I appreciate that. All right. Oh, wait. Benjamin's other super chat did not go through. Let me replay it. Hold on. I don't know why Benjamin's is not going through sometimes. It's weird. Let's see if it goes through now. Hold on. And then we're going to get to the next one. We only got, I think, one more other fast topic. Actually, you know what? Can I show you a video? Check this out. Remember I showed you a video the other day about people complaining about Forza? And how essentially people were like upset because players are playing Forza like Need for Speed or Burnout or whatever. Check this out. Tell me you wouldn't do this also.
No. I got this.
Ninja Biden versus Samurai Trump and Chewbacca will watch the stage and Hypno, where is his cookie? He wants his cookie.
I'm not giving him a cookie. And you fucked up Jingle Bell. So Adair Soto felt it himself, boys. That's right. That's right. And Benjamin with the 5 for Sonya. It's not reading it. Hey, chat, we got some fast topics. We got some fast topics. We got fast topics. We got some fast topics. I wonder what they'll be. Oh, you probably got hit for spam. That's probably why, Benjamin. You can't be repeating the same thing over and over and over again. TTS is going to deny it. So that's probably why. Yeah, I play like this too. I don't know why people are so mad about this. Why are people so mad about like the way that people race in video games? Bro, I'll be hitting people's cars. I don't give a fuck. Oh, damn. That hurt.
Get over here!
I got this!
Oh, shit!
I got this!
Slide to the left.
Yeah,
I got this.
oh, you fucked up. Bro, if you're not racing like that, you're not playing to win. I'm sorry. That's how I see it. But I thought that was fucking funny, bro. Jay Viper says, I play exactly like this. If I have the front of my car near your rear, it's over for you. Exactly, dude. You got to play like that, man. Fuck that shit. All right, really quick, one last, where is it at? Actually, we don't, I mean, yeah, we could talk about this. Let's talk about Resident Evil. Fuck it. Let's get this in there. Resident Evil, boys. So, a lot of people have problems, obviously, with Resident Evil and the way that Resident Evil is being portrayed in the upcoming movie. Everybody feels like it's highly disrespectful to the video games and stuff like that, and I totally get that. At this point, me personally, I've checked out on anything TV-related, movie-related when it comes to adaptations for video games, because I just personally feel that current-day Hollywood, it's going to be very difficult for them to adapt it in a way that's going to make me personally happy. So I just kind of check out and I don't even bother, because if I want to experience whatever, story and stuff like that, I'll just play the game. That's kind of how I feel about it, right? But I understand that video game adaptations are huge, and I understand that people go out there and, they hope for the best. But this is where we're at. This kind of reaffirms, for me personally, why I avoid Hollywood like the plague, okay? Resident Evil movie director says fans will be bummed if he just did the story of the games. So I don't know what to do about it. Really? Really? Okay. Well, that's a first. That's the first time I've ever heard of that. Yeah, guys, the fans of the franchise, that they're co-opting, well, we're going to be disappointed as fuck if they co-opt it in a way that makes us recognize the game. I know it's wild, right? Like who wants people to co-opt a video game and actually give you the story of the game? Or at least utilize parts of the story of the game. Who wants that? Nah, fuck that. Because clearly it makes sense to take over a franchise, utilize the built-in fan base of the franchise, and then give them something that none of them want. Because that makes sense, right? Resident Evil director Zach Krager has seen the calls for his movie to stick closer to the video games, but he's got a few good reasons for why he's choosing to tell his own personal story. His own personal story, guys. His own story. So he's adopting another franchise. He's taking the name of another franchise, and he's then decided to tell his own story. Again, if you want to tell your own story with inspirations and things that people would recognize from the video game so that people could be like, oh, all right, this is a Resident Evil movie. Sure. Fine. Maybe. But I highly doubt that's what you mean. The Weapons and Barbarian Mastermind commented on the divided response to his first Resident Evil movie teaser during a conversation with Obsession director and fellow comedian turned horror filmmaker Curry Barker for Interview Magazine. Again, I don't know if you could say it's divided. I think it's pretty clear that people were pretty fucking pissed about it. But anyway, he confirmed that yes, he has seen fans complaining about the lack of familiar elements in his live action version of Raccoon City, but that he's confident that telling an original tale was the right choice. I feel great about it. Krager said when Barker asked for his feelings on the Resident Evil movie. I really liked the movie a lot. It's been a wild week since the teaser came out to see the divided reaction online. There's so many people that clearly really want the video game, meaning the characters in the story from the video game. And anything different than that is not really welcomed. I didn't realize how passionate some people were about that. What do you mean, bro? What do you mean you don't realize how passionate people are about that? Brother, all you got to do is look at all the other iterations of video game adaptations that the people who worked on those adaptations chose to ignore the fans, and those movies or those TV shows got completely destroyed because they chose to ignore the fans. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Even all the way down to, for example, like, even Sonic. Remember the first Sonic? Remember how the first Sonic introduced, the Sonic movie introduced, like, the creepy, super weird-looking Sonic? Remember that? Imagine if they decided to say, we are not going to listen to the fans and we're going to release the movie with the original Sonic that they had planned. Imagine if they decided to do that. Had they done that, we would not be as many Sonic movies in as we are now. I would guarantee that shit. I would put money on that shit. It's because they decided to listen to people, and because they actually decided to change up Sonic and listen to the feedback is the reason why people felt they went out, they supported the movie, and the movie actually ended up being really good. And now you got part 2, part 3, etc., right? You know, so not listening to the fans of a franchise, at this point, what is the point of co-opting the franchise? What is the point of actually utilizing a built-in franchise? You might as well just make your own thing. You could, listen, you could have named, like, you guys know, we saw it, right? Like, we reacted to the Resident Evil trailer. You guys know, if you were watching that trailer, how much you want to bet that 95% of the people who watched that trailer, if you didn't tell them the name Resident Evil, they would never think Resident Evil. Because I know I was one of them. Had I not known that Resident Evil was the name, I would have thought that this was like some random fucking horror movie that they were coming out with. It looked nothing like Resident Evil whatsoever, not even a hint, right? So, again, if you didn't want to follow the story of the games even slightly, like if you wanted to tell your own original character story within the world that people know already, then maybe people will be open to that. But you are deciding to completely just forgo what seems like everything. And that's why people are like, you know what? I'm not for this. It just doesn't look like anything that I remember from the game. You're not going to put people in the seats with a franchise that has a legacy to it unless you respect that legacy and make people realize the legacy when they're looking at your trailer and saying, oh shit, I gotta see this. Seriously, you're not gonna do it. You have to do it. You have to make them realize that legacy in some way, shape, or form. Does it even have the Umbrella Corp? I don't know. I don't think so. I really don't know, Vice Admiral. Anyway, so, and another thing too, like the whole I feel great about it, I like the movie. Brother, this is the problem with modern day directors and modern day Hollywood and writers especially, is that they're writing and they're directing and they're making movies and TV shows that they like. You need to understand what kind of audience you're trying to go for. If you think that because you like it, then that means that you're going to find an audience, that's not guaranteed unless you have similar taste to what most audiences have. And just based off what I could see, comparing it to Resident Evil, I think we are way off. I really do. Now, I know Resident Evil is a massive franchise and a massive name, and you might be able to sell a ton of tickets just based off the name alone. But I just don't know if it's actually going to be that much, right? For better or for worse, the first Resident Evil movie teaser knocked gamers off their feet when it showed glimpses of a new character running through a zombie-infested streets of a strangely snowy Raccoon City late last month. There was no Leon Kennedy, Nemesis, or Lickers to be found in the trailer, instead revealing new monstrosities and a handful of subtle references to the Capcom games. Handful of subtle, very subtle. Many didn't need a trailer to trust Krager with the Resident Evil name after he cemented himself as a fresh voice in the horror space with Barbarian in 2022. Again, that doesn't mean a fucking thing. It doesn't mean a fucking thing. Okay? I'm not saying that this movie cannot be a good horror movie. But what I'm saying is it going to be a good Resident Evil movie? If that's the problem, that's what I really want to know. Is it going to be a good Resident Evil movie? I could tell based off how you're talking, and I could tell based off what you're showing, that it's most likely not going to be. Right? It might be a good horror movie, but it's not going to be a good Resident Evil movie. And that's the distinction I want a lot of people to realize. Because you can have one without the other. But again, that just depends. Kreger has apparently then seen those concerns from skeptical viewers who took to social media to share those concerns. But he doesn't regret his decision to explore a world plagued by the T-virus from a new perspective. In fact, not only does he think he wouldn't enjoy working on a movie that leans too hard on pre-existing characters and stories, he's not even sure some of the harshest critics would enjoy it either. That is cope. That is cope. This is what they tell themselves to try to convince themselves that what they're doing is a great idea, right? When they say, oh yeah, like let's co-opt this name that has all this legacy to it, that has all these fans to it, and then let's fucking cope about the fact that we're choosing to do completely opposite what everybody else wants us to do and say that they totally feel the same way, right? Like you guys, like they totally... Like, you guys totally do not want anything related to the video games in your Resident Evil movie. You know what I mean? I guarantee you, and I'll put money on this. I would bet a lot of money on this because I would feel pretty confident. If you were to release 2 Resident Evil movies at the same time, number 1 would be his, and number 2 would be a movie based on the video games with modern day technology and everything that will make a really good, like, you know, both of them got to be made well. If both of them are made equally as well, I guarantee you that the second movie based on the video games would absolutely positively dominate the first. It wouldn't even be close. Seriously, it wouldn't even be close. If they both came out at the same time and people had to choose one or the other, I guarantee you most people would choose the second one. But again, they will cope and they will say, no, that's not true. You know, I think people want to see my original story, blah, 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 whatever. So anyway, that's basically it for the Resident Evil segment. I just thought that this was an interesting conversation to have, considering that we kind of assume a lot of the times that they purposely ignore what people want, especially when they co-op franchises that are very popular. But to see a director openly admit it and say, yeah, no, I'm choosing to do my own story. And I don't really think you guys really want to see anything, you know, remotely close to the video game story anyway. I think that's pretty cope. But we'll see. We'll see how this actually ends up. Again, it could be a good horror film, but it's not going to be a good Resident Evil film. That's my thoughts on that anyway. All right, let me resume TTS quickly. Then we're gonna get to the next topic. We got a main topic to go over now. Let's see what we got, boys. I think I saw Panther.
Panther 1115 celebrates 36 months
36
of membership.
months!
36 months for that handsome lion. Die.
Oh, I love that lion.
Yep. Wait, what?
Jingle _bell. Ninja
You're clapping
Biden.
the lion? Why are we clapping the lion's cheeks? I'm a little scared, bro. Benjamin, thank you for the 5. Wait. Panthera. Oh, wait. Oh, are you the lion and you're clapping the cheeks of the beauty? Or Sonya or something? Okay, that's acceptable. Okay. Okay, that's acceptable. That's fine. That's fine. You can't say, oh, I love that lion, and then follow it up with clapping cheeks. I'm thinking the lion's getting clapped. You know? Panther, thank you. 36 months, man. That's a long fucking time. Bro, you got Super Saiyan blue hair?
Ninja Biden. Ninja Biden. Ninja Biden. Ninja Biden.
Bro, the Jingle Bell sound is fucking insane. It's insane. We gotta stop. We have to stop.
Demon Carol celebrates 19 months of membership.
Demon Carol,
Damn,
dude,
19
holy
months.
shit.
Well, how about that? Has been a good time.
Yo, 19 months, bro. Thank you for that. That's a long time. Demon Carol. Thank you, Demon Carol. I appreciate that, brother. Holy shit. That is legendary. All right, boys. Listen, let me X out of that story with Resident Evil. And let's talk about this, man.
Black Tailgate celebrates 16 months of membership.
16 months,
There's
dude?
so
Holy
much
shit.
material for a director to work with. It's a shame that he chose to do his own thing while
What a
using
shame.
the IP and name only.
Yeah, but what a shame. Tell me again. Tell me again. Tell me again. Black Tailgate, 16 months, bro. Holy shit. T-Jab says that we are currently 77.97 away from Tier 2. And the current standings for the battle right now is $132 for Cortana and $25 for Trish from Devil May Cry, boys. Crazy. We're going to follow it up. We're going to follow it up. I paused the TTS for right now. We'll follow it up after a couple of more topics and see what is going on. Or maybe after one or two more, because we got some long topics coming. Guys, we got to talk about Star Citizen, our first emotional topic, all right? Get ready. Get ready, because the topics we're about to cover in the next hour or so are going to be all highly emotional fanboy topics, okay? We are talking about topics that make people so upset because these video games have an insane amount of investment in them, both emotionally and financially. So we're going to talk about the first one. And the first one is going to be Star Citizen. All right. So Star Citizen, a game that has not officially launched yet. This game, okay, 14 years in development, $1 billion in funding. All right. I did the math the other day. If you take $1 billion and divide it by the amount of years that it's been in development, that's about $74 million. $74 million a year. $74 million a year. Star Citizen officially crossed $1 billion in funding raised barrier as a $5,000 spaceship that you cannot fly in-game yet has gone on sale yet again. Squadron 52 is said to be close to launch. Star Citizen has crossed the $1 billion funding raised barrier, a significant milestone for the space sim that came shortly after a new $5,000 virtual spaceship that you cannot fly in-game went on sale. I gotta be honest with you, man. This has to be the most genius fucking setup that I've ever seen somebody do, right? The fact that they are able to convince people to drop thousands of dollars on an in-game ship that they can't even utilize just yet. I sincerely hope that this game actually does come out, because I got to be honest with you. Considering what we saw with Ashes of Creation and the fallout that game experienced when they announced, cancellation, and when they announced that essentially it was a fucking massive scam, if this game were to ever say that it's not going to come out, holy fuck. I think that this will probably be one of the biggest explosions that we have ever seen in the gaming industry ever. I mean, ever. It is going to be... I don't even know if I have a word for it. I'm trying to think of a word, but, like, it's just going to be insane. Because, again, there's a lot of people that have a lot of money invested in this, okay? There's a lot of people that have a lot of emotions invested into this. People really want this game to exist. People want this game to come out. This game is so old that I remember when they first announced this, they were talking about this being the WoW killer, okay? This is how old the game is. 14 years in development. They were like, yeah, this is going to be the WoW killer. Look at this amazing video game. Look what's going to be possible, Anyway, let's kind of go over it. So developer Cloud Imperium Games makes funding available to track publicly via its website. Bro, they're literally, I feel like they're hiding in plain sight. They have it all available on their website so that nobody can say they're hiding anything. But the amount of money they bring in is crazy, which shows the revenue made down to the hour. The DefenseCon in-game event, which brings it with the release of new virtual spaceships, pushing funding over the $1 billion mark, with $6.6 million raised in just 1 hour today. Bro, they raised $6.6 million in 1 hour. How are people spending this much money on this game is beyond me. I will never understand. Like, I get it. I know that they have released, if I'm not mistaken, like playable alphas or pre-alphas or something like that. I get that, but holy fuck, bro. What are we doing? Star Citizen is considered one of the most controversial projects in all of video games. Over the 14 years since this crowdfunding drive began, Star Citizen has been called many things, including a scam, by those who wonder whether it will ever properly launch. Its virtual spaceships, some of which cost thousands of dollars, are often the focus of the criticism. Some of the ships players buy aren't even available to fly in-game. Oh, man. I mean, I really don't know what to say. You know? I really don't know what to say other than, I mean, what are we doing? Like, again, at this point, what moron called Star Citizen the WoW killer? Brother, I don't know. I just remember when it first got announced, it was all over the internet. MMORPG websites were covering as like the next big thing. This was going to be the next big World of Warcraft, where everybody was going to be playing this game. It was going to be massive. It was going to be huge. That's how they treated it, and obviously that never came to be. The only thing that was actually going to kill WoW was WoW. That's the only thing that was going to kill WoW. Like, whenever you get that popular, you can only basically off your own game. Today's financial milestone comes as a new spaceship priced at $5,000 goes on sale. A spaceship that you cannot currently fly in-game. The hotly anticipated Anvil Odin capital ship went on sale as a limited vehicle concept pledge. According to CIG, this means that the ship is in development, but is not yet ready to play in Star Citizen. It will be available as playable content in a later patch. CIG explained in a post on its website, you do get a loaner vehicle for use until the Anvil Odin is in the game, although there's no release date for it. We offer pledge ships to help fund Star Citizen's development, CIG said. These ships will be available for in-game credits, will be otherwise earnable through play in the final universe. They are not required to start or succeed at the game. I like how they keep saying that it's going to be available for play through the final universe, but brother, are we ever going to get there? Are we ever going to get to the final universe? Or is this like the carrot on the stick, you know? Where they constantly have the carrot on the stick to try to get you to keep going? Just keep going. Listen, we're 14 years in. You might as well not quit now. Let's get to 20. Let's get to 20, man. Come on, bro. They're almost as bad as Beyond Good and Evil 2. They're almost as bad as that game. And that game's been in development for like 19 years. Anyway, so it says the gargantuan battlecruiser is 752 meters in length, 222 meters wide, and 213 meters in height, and is meant for a crew of 33 to 65 players. Remarkably, in order to buy one, you had to apply to become a member of the Odin's Founder Club. This required writing an actual essay explaining why you want to be an Anvil Odin. Based on player reports, there are plenty who passed the test. Yeah, because they're like, gee, let's make these people feel special, and then they're going to drop $5,000 to have this ship. Just write me an essay, boy. Bro, I don't know. I just, listen, fine. You like, whoever likes this, fine. I'm all for, play what you want to play. Have fun with this pre-alpha game that's been in development for like 14 years or whatever. Fine. All good. But you cannot, I think it's fair, even if you're a fan of Star Citizen, whatever that may mean, even if you're a fan of Star Citizen, I think it's fair if you sit there and understand why people look at this and think to themselves, well, that's a little suspicious. You know what I'm saying? Like, when they think to themselves, $1 billion? We're not talking, 100,000, a million. We're talking about $1 billion over 14 years. $74 million a year, roughly. I think it's fair if people are like, okay, well, that's a little weird. Right? But the thing is, with Star Citizen, like, super fans, bro, you can't even question it. Okay? You can't even get. That's like questioning whether or not real life fake wizard's beard is real. You can't question it. He'll kill you, right? Same thing here. You cannot even remotely question this game from a lot of people because they will just flat out attack. Like, they will go rabid dog, right? They would actually want to destroy your life. It's crazy, right? Successful applicants received a message congratulating them for gaining entry into the Odin's Founders Club. Congratulations, guys. We've accepted you to pay us $5,000. Congratulations. Captaining a ship of this scale is a major undertaking built around leadership, coordination, and community, and we wanted the introduction of the Odin to reflect that spirit from the very beginning. The Founders Club initiative was created to help recognize the groups, organizers, and players ready to bring those large-scale experiences to life through the verse. The response to this initiative was genuinely incredible. We received applications from captains all over the world. Hold on. I had to sneeze. Each sharing their stories, organizations, experiences, and visions for what commanding a battlecruiser in Star Citizen means to them. Now, you may complete your Odin's Founders Club journey by pledging for this inaugural debut of the Anvil Aerospace Odin Battlecruiser during DefenseCon 20... Bro, okay, wait. So, hold on. So, they said, okay, we want you to fill out an essay. We're going to accept you into the program. You are special. We've accepted you. You've proven to us that you could be a leader, right? They gas you up. They hype you up. And then after they hype you up, they're like, if you want to cement your legacy as an Odin, give us $5,000. Bro, I don't mean to laugh, bro. Oh my God, I'm going to get comments talking about how I'm a grifter because I laughed at this idea. It's crazy, man. People are going to, oh my God, I swear to God. Anyway, the response to this initiative was genuinely incredible and all that nonsense. Now you may complete your blah, 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 blah. The Odin represents a meaningful milestone for us internally. I'm sure it does. As its introduction closes out the final remaining vehicle stretch goals established at the very beginning of the project's journey more than a decade ago. From the earliest crowdfunding days to today, the vision for Star Citizen has always been built around massive players-driven experiences, large-scale multi-crew gameplay, and the communities that form around them. The Odin stands as a reflection of that vision continuing to take shape. The Odin is currently being sold in waves to those that have passed the first phase of the Odin's Founders Club access, and this limited stock, guys, it's a digital item. It's a digital item, okay? I don't want to hear this bullshit about limited stock in a digital item. All right, I'm just being honest with you. This limited stock is priced at $5,000 for the War Bond or $5,900 in store credit. In Star Citizen, a War Bond pledge is a discounted ship or item that can only be purchased using new cash, which is real-world money, rather than with the store credits acquired from melting and exchanging previously owned ships. Well, that's basically it, boys. I mean, guys, I will never understand it. Like I say, I'm all for, you want to be a super fan for this, fine. But I got to be honest with you guys, after 14 years of development, after over $1 billion in funding, I think it's safe to ask what's going on. You know, I think it's safe to say, okay, it's a little weird, right? It's a little bit weird. But again, if you question it, it's never going to be good. That's why I don't even bother, you know? I don't even bother. Like, people, if you try to question it, they just get so rabid over it. It's ridiculous. So I don't even bother. I usually ignore it, but I saw it pass $1 billion and I'm like, all right, well, let's talk about it. And I'll see you at $2 billion because this game is going to reach $2 billion and not release. I think it's going to go to 20 years development. I really do. So we'll see how it ends up going, but that's the story with Star Citizen. And yeah, it's nothing ever changes, boys. It never, ever changes.
Egnar regarded, it's Squadron 42.
Okay.
Lonely. I am so lonely. I have nobody to call my own.
All right.
I woke up in the middle of the night. Number 15 wasn't Burger King foot fungus. I could have sworn I was dreaming for that.
What the fuck was that, Benjamin? What?
This would single-handedly put an end to crowdfunding games.
It would. It would. If they cancel this game,
by
yes, it
simply
would.
saying I would use it for box deliveries. No way in hell was I going to get one, unless you want to donate for the bigot fleet.
Hell
Winking
no.
face emoji.
Hell no, I'm not paying
A fool and
$5,000,
his money
bro.
are easily parted.
I agree, Marius. Thank you for the 2. Hell no, am I not? I am not paying $5,000 for an in-game ship. I won't even spend $5,000 for a real ship in real life. Hell no. Fuck that. People want me to buy like that $7,000 Gundam that we saw. I'm like, no. Fuck that. It's a lot of money, man. MDW says, out of curiosity, I searched if any games or consoles selling for $5K. Surprisingly, the answer is yes. What the fuck for a digital item in a game that hasn't even released yet? I don't know, brother. Again, apparently they have access to like an alpha build. So I think that by playing that early semi-alpha build, that somehow
Commodore Hypnotic has a nice ring to it.
It actually does, but I'm not for 5,000. David Carroll, thank you for the 2. I think what happened is that people have been convinced that they're not wasting money by essentially by giving them that like semi-early alpha build. I think they did that because that way people feel like they're actually putting money towards something, even though it's still nowhere near release, and we're 14 years in with over $1 billion invested. You know what I mean? So I think they're pretty smart about that. I also think that they heavily rely on like FOMO marketing. I think everything that they do is pretty much FOMO marketing, where it's like, hey, you got a limited ship you could buy today. You could be one of the only owners of this ship, or like, hey, we're gonna accept your essay, and we're gonna pick only the best of the best. You know, hey, we picked you. You want to give us $5,000 now? You know what I mean? I think they rely on that. But hey, listen, I'll say this: I'm always someone who says the market will decide. Right? The market will decide. So if they're not even offering a product. If they're offering an idea and people have paid them over $1 billion for that idea, well, then I can't hate the market for doing that. I could question it, but I can't hate them for doing that. You know? They said, we're going to sell you this idea of a massive space MMORPG. 14 years in, it's not out yet, but don't worry. You can play a alpha of an alpha. We have $1 billion so far. Let's try to get to 2. You know? Old Man Cass says they were selling land in the game for $300 a parcel. That's fucking ridiculous, bro. That's fucking insane. People are crazy. You know, a lot of time when we talk about microtransactions and monetization and all that stuff, people are like, who's paying for this shit? Who's paying for this? Who's paying for that? These people are paying for this. They're paying for shit. There's people like this that are paying for shit like this in extreme measures. You know? So that's why it's always going to exist. You know? Anyway, all right, let's pause the TTS. Let's check Rumble. Satsuda Shadow with $1. Ashes of Creation 2 Scam Boogaloo. Probably spelled that. Bro, you spelled Boogaloo like Boogieloo. What the hell? That's crazy, man. Thank you for the $1. I appreciate that. Scam Boogaloo. That is funny. Shout out to Setsuda Shadow. Thank you for that. Okay, let's exit out of this. All right. It's time to talk about the second emotional situation. Hypnotic Boogaloo. Bro, Wizard. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I'm shocked to see Wizard in here, bro. I feel special. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel special. Thank you, Wizard. Guys, it's time to talk about Tekken. All right, listen. What's happening with Tekken right now? Some serious business, ladies and gentlemen. People are upset. And there are some people that are happy too. And we're going to focus on both. All right, we're going to focus on both. Now, just to start off, I don't have any skin in the game with this one. I stopped playing Tekken a long time ago. I always wanted to get back into Tekken 8 personally, but never really have time because I'm playing just way too many other games. However, they did recently add a character that I would be very interested in playing, which is Yujiro Hanma from Baki. Okay, now we're going to go over the reveal and we're going to see, the trailer, and then we're going to see fan reaction to it. And then we're also going to check out the anger because people are fucking pissed. And a lot of people were pissed because they feel like Yujiro is not the character that they wanted. They wanted like Tifa for the guest character and stuff like that. Like a lot of people really wanted Tifa, but they decided to go with Yujiro. So let's go over this. Tekken ended up posting and saying, the strongest creature on Earth joins the battle. Yujiro Hanma joins the Tekken 8 roster as the 4th additional player character early in 2027. So let's full screen this and check this out. Now, I will say this. Yujiro is a character that I absolutely can see in Tekken making more sense than Tifa, personally. He has, like, his brutality it's just amazing. Like, he's probably one of the better characters by far. And the way that he looks, too, is, like, hilarious, especially when he gets pissed off. Yujiro, I feel like, would really fit in with Tekken. But again, I'm not a hardcore Tekken guy, so don't take my word as gospel for this. I'm just saying, like, overall, I think it makes more sense. But anyway, let's check this out and see what it got, especially since it's from Baki, right? So, like, martial arts and all that stuff. Anyway, here we go. This is the trailer. Bandai Namco. Unreal Engine 5. Yo, Yujiro is so fucking badass, bro. I'm so, like, anybody who thinks that this is not badass, I don't really know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Having Yujiro in Tekken is just like he's so fucking badass, bro. Peaches. The only thing that sucks is that Yujiro's not coming out until winter of 2027, right? So, but bro, fuck all these other characters. Yujiro, that's the man, bro. It does fit. It does fit. I'm telling you, man. The way that he looks and the way that he fights, it just fits. I'm sorry. It just fits. Anyway, so before we focus on the backlash, all right, let's focus on the good stuff. So people had their reactions to it, all right? This was a live Yujiro reaction when they showcased it, and clearly not everybody's upset, all right? I want to reiterate that. Not everybody's upset. There's a lot of people that are super excited for Yujiro to be in Tekken, and you're gonna clearly see that. It's mostly gonna be the men. Obviously. But check this out here.
Kirito! 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 Kirito!
People really thought it was going to be Tifa.
Kirito! Let's go! Holy shit!
You hear the person booing? You hear the person booing? It was like, boo. Bro, come on, relax.
No fucking way!
So that was pretty badass. Again, I think it's fair to say that a lot of people are excited about this, and I just don't want to focus on all the people who are mad about this. But there are some people that are mad, and there are some people that are taking it to a whole nother level, right? A whole nother level. So we'll just start off with this, and I only grabbed a couple of comments. Guys, all you got to do is search Yujido. It's actually trending right now on X. I'm not even kidding. It's trending right now on X, okay? It starts off and it says, so let me get this straight. They decided to not add Tifa, who has been requested for years. She's going to Street Fighter 6 of all games. So this dev's final Season 3 character is some random obscure character that only the hardcore anime nerds have heard about? Bro, what are you talking about? Do you know how popular Baki is? You are absolutely fucking coping. What are you talking about? Only the hardcore anime nerds know Yujido. What is going on here? Like, bro, people are pissed. Listen, first off, it's not random, okay? That's fucking insane to try to say it's just some random character. That's really actually insulting. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, bro, he said fucking random. Like, what's wrong with you? Number one. Number two, I feel like Yujido for Tekken is a much better fit than Tifa, in my opinion. I feel like Tifa would be a lot better in Street Fighter. I really think that makes more sense for the fighting style that she has versus the characters that are available in Street Fighter. Again, I'm not a hardcore fighting fan, so if you want to tell me my opinion doesn't matter, I don't give a fuck. But all I'm telling you is that from the outsider looking in, I think Yujido is a lot better of a fit than Tifa would have been. Now, I understand people are so desperate to want Tifa in Tekken. I get it. They just want Tifa in everything. But Tifa would do really well in Street Fighter, in my opinion. Darcy Saloka says, or Dead or Alive. Yeah, maybe even Dead or Alive. But in terms of Tekken, I don't know, man. I think Yujido is a much better decision. Not only is his character fucking insane, all right? Like, insane. Not just like in the manga, but like insane in terms of the fighting style, his brutality. I mean, this guy is fucking nuts, okay? I feel like as a character, it would be so fun from just the aesthetic and the overall, the way that he fights, to utilize him in Tekken. This actually makes me want to play Tekken, which is ridiculous because nothing has made me want to play Tekken 8 or Tekken 7 for that matter. But again, I feel like people don't understand. Like anybody that probably doesn't know Yujido, they don't understand how insane he is, right? Now, anyway, with all that being said, some people are fucking pissed, obviously. Mike Hollow, he honestly says it best. He says he's not random or obscure. He's from an extremely popular manga series called Baki that has sold over 100 million copies. Yeah, I have Baki literally on the bottom shelf of my my bookshelf, and spawned several successful anime adaptations. He's also the classical martial artist trope that Tekken is known for. Baki has literally inspired characters in Tekken like Feng Wei. Tifa had no place in Tekken, no matter how many times people ask for it. Yeah, I agree 100%. There's literally nothing more I could say regarding that. Now, you got some people that are taking it to a whole nother level, okay? A whole nother level, boys. You got people that are trying to take the story, the fictional story inside of Baki, and what the characters have done, and try to treat it as if it's like a real life thing, apparently. So this person says, oh, so we doing shit now. No wonder Harada left. Also, so-and-so blocked me because I'm not here to be nice. Who approved this? Who approved this, right? Lionheart says, this is a wrong take. You may not like this, but I've seen a lot of people hyped about this, and I'm happy for them. Am I? Not particularly, but I don't need to like every addition to Tekken. Don't go after the developers. I'm actually going to watch the anime to see what he's about. I guarantee you, if Lionheart watches the anime, they're going to fall in love with Baki, but that's besides the point. Here's where it gets crazy. You guys ready for this? He's a rapist. Brother. What? Are you serious right now? Like, are you trying to pass this off as if this dude is real, bro? Are you trying to pass the character off as if he's real, bro? What are we doing, bro? This, you know, when people say anime tourist, this is what we're talking about. Where you're trying to take a fictional character story in the video game, and they're like, oh, he's a rapist in real life, brother. What? I don't even have words for this. I have no words for this. I really don't. Like, he's a fucking villain. Anyway. My brain hurts. Oh my God, my brain hurts. Oh my God. Anyway. So he's a rapist, so I fear this is not a wrong take. I don't care if he's fictional. He should not be a guest character. No rapist should be a guest character. Oh my God, bro. That's my opinion. If they are written into the main story, well, maybe sure, but this is just not right. Oh, so you're okay with rapists as long as they're main characters? What did I read? What did I just read right now? Is there a response to this? Wait, he is? Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. The fake policing. Right? Is that woman logic? Yes, that's woman logic. Exactly. I don't even know if it's a woman. I have no idea. I don't care. I don't know these people. I don't care. But that sounds like woman logic. It does. This fake like policing of storylines and fictional content, it needs to stop. It needs to stop. You're essentially trying to create a world where nobody could tell a dark story anymore because everything is going to be offensive. Everything is going to be insulting. Everything is going to be just going too far. You know, this is why you have these creators, these mangakas that are not like, they just don't even fuck with Twitter. I mean, look what happened to the Gachi Okuda creator. She left Twitter because of the anime tours that are going crazy over there. You know what I mean? I even saw a post from someone who's like, creators have a duty to apparently to make gay characters in their mangas if their fans want it. So basically, like, if gay people end up becoming fans of a certain manga and they want certain characters to be gay and the creator says they're not gay, then the creator has a duty to make them gay. What the fuck? You know? So anyway, Sergio says the two main characters of the Tekken franchise cause literal mass genocide, which is no better, if not worse, than being a rapist and everyone loves them. Get out of here with that bullshit. You people got to learn how to separate real life from fake shit. I agree. I agree 100%. This is one of those situations where it's so funny when it comes to like sexual oriented storylines, whether it's dark sexual oriented storylines or something lighthearted or whatever, at the end of the day, every creator has to essentially walk on tippy toes when creating a storyline that has some sex involved with it, because nobody on Twitter can handle it. Everybody and their mother can handle violence. They can literally see people punch each other's heads off. They can see bodies explode. They can see all the gore they want. They can see blood. They can see violence. They can see gun violence. They can see anything. But God forbid you got a sexy female character. Oh my God, the world is over. Right? The world is over. They can't like, it's fake moral policing. That's what I view this as. It's fake moral policing from people that aren't actually fans of whatever they're partaking in. They're just fans of the community that's involved in it. They want to be involved in the community. They want to feel like they're part of something. But at the end of the day, they want that something to change to their own worldview. Or some people, especially women, they just get off on moral policing people. They get off on telling people what they can and cannot say, what's allowed and what's not allowed. Oh, you can't say that. That's not nice. That's going to hurt someone's feelings. You can't say that. You know, they get off on moral policing. That's what a lot of people, especially on Twitter, yeah, a lot of people get off on moral policing. You know? So that's why so many stories these days, they feel very, I I don't even know how to put it, but they feel very like toned down, I guess would be the word. They feel very toned down. This also goes for Hollywood too, by the way. It's very toned down. People are very, sanitized. Thank you, Mr. Melancholy. That's the word. It's very sanitized. People are scared to make things that they used to make, right? This is why certain movies from the past that are very famous, that are cult classic movies, that are movies that people love, will never get remade because they just can't. In today's world, they just can't do it. You know? So to be out here and be like, well, you can't put him in the game because he's a rapist. Oh my God, brother. Show me his criminal record. Please. Show me his real life convicted criminal record. Jesus, man. That's how they're literally treating Yujiro. That's how they're treating him. It's crazy. The guy's a fucking villain. He is from an extremely popular anime and manga. All right, that is highly violent, insane fight scenes. We're talking crazy martial arts. It's exactly what works in Tekken. If you're worried about his storyline in the game, in the anime and manga that have nothing to do with Tekken, you're retarded. I really don't know what else to say other than that. You're ridiculous, really. I think that's worse. You know? Today's world are full of cowards that cannot separate fiction from reality. Again, it's one of those situations where I don't think it's the fact that they can't separate it. I think it's the fact that they don't want to separate it. I think it's more so they want to utilize that connection to abuse the community that they're part of and to tone police other people. That's what I think it is. Because, like I say all the time, most discourse these days are impossible because people pretend like they don't understand what you're saying, but they know exactly what you're saying, but they choose to misrepresent it so that they can continue doing the shit that they're doing. It's the same thing with this. They know exactly the difference between fiction and reality, but they rather utilize that, pretend like they don't. That way they can utilize that particular fiction and pretend like it's so uncomfortable that everybody else has to be tone policed about it. That's what I really think it is, you know? But in any case, that's the situation going on with Tekken 8. And again, me personally, you can clearly see a lot of people are super hyped about this. Some people, I heard some boos, but that's natural. Like, right, for a fighting game, especially with a guest character, you're never going to have a perfect ratio. You're never going to have a ratio where everybody's excited about every character that gets added. There's always going to be a couple of characters that you're not going to be happy about, especially when it comes to guest characters that aren't part of the franchise lore or history. So I think that's pretty fair. But still, I think this is cool. And again, even though I'm not personally a Tekken player, shit, I kind of want to play. I'm not even kidding. Like, I kind of want to play as Yujiro. I'm not even lying, man. So don't be surprised if you see me playing some Tekken over on Steam, even though I'll be trashing it. Look at that ripped back. I know, bro. I know, man. It's crazy. Like, bro, look at this fucking guy, bro. It's so ridiculous the way that they showcase Yujiro in the manga and in the anime. It's wild, bro. It's already ridiculous how some of the other characters are showcased too, but bro, this is crazy. Look at the traps. Look at the shoulders. It's insane, man. It's crazy. Gotta hit the gym. Bro, how could you look at this and not want to hit the gym, bro? It's insane. Anyway, that's basically it for Tekken 8. And again, shout out to all the people who are excited about this. I'm sorry you have to deal with a fan base that is apparently, I guess, filled with psychos. I really don't know what else to say other than that. But have fun with the game regardless. I'm happy for you guys. All right, guys, let's resume the TTS. Apparently we hit tier 2. Let's resume the TTS. Hold on one second. And let's check out what people got to say. Let's see. Yo, we got raided over on Rumble. Be Greasy. Thank you, man. I appreciate the raid, brother. Shout out to you. Thank you. Thank you. Why is it not reading? Is it frozen? Did it die? Did it die? Well, let's try starting off with Speedy Cake. Let's see. Where's Speedy Cake? This one right here. Replay. Let's see if it works after that. We got Noctis before Tifa. Listen, man.
What do you mean Tifa is not a good fit? He fits everything. Some say. Then, best, I would fit in her. Some say huge. Some say the best.
Trey, you're giving Trump a literal fucking stroke, bro.
Hashtag Trish.
I can't stand these tourists. By their logic, you can't play in my antagonist in one game.
I know.
Wish I could say what I want about these weirdos.
I know, Mr. Melancholy. Thank you for the 5.
They want to be the main character in the community they try to insert themselves into.
Yes, they're literal
Elven
main character
Lord
energy.
Godfrey
Thank you,
/
Sky.
Lux as a guest char PLS.
Hey, Benchton, that would be pretty interesting. Godfrey would be insane. Godfrey's insane.
The only Resident Evil film I want to exist is one that is based off of any of the canon novels.
That would make sense. Shout out to Speedy Kick. Thank you for the 10. I appreciate that with the Sonya voice. All right, we're caught up. Hey, Robin 10. Robin 10 gifted 5 memberships.
More memberships! More memberships! More memberships!
Shout out to Robin 10 with the 5 memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, brother. And then Format gifted a membership over on Rumble. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to Format. Holding it down over on Rumble. Sonya says it's still scary. It's fine. You're fine, Sonya. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Secret Final Boss came in with a 5. Let's see if it reads it. Let's see if it reads it. It seems like they're having problems reading the Sonya voice. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Let me press replay. See if that fixes it. Breathe, Hypno. I'm breathing. What are you talking about? I'm fine. Don't worry about it. We need a Henry Hill voice. I can only do 2 more voices. I'm trying to find out what 2 other voices to add, but I'm not exactly too sure yet. I think it's not going to read Secret Final Bosses because he said, shove my chancla. I don't know if that's going to work. He says, you better calm down, Biden, or I'll find a new place to shove my chancla. Yeah, I don't think it's going to read that. I don't think it's going to read that. Add a Hypno voice? Why would I add a Hypno voice when you get my voice all the time? That's a waste of a slot. That's a waste of a slot. You can't say shove. I don't know. Sometimes it acts weird, man. Yo, Thanos, thank you for the 6 jewels. Appreciate that, man. Lord Vader. Oh, do we have a Darth Vader voice? Do we have a Darth Vader voice? Hold on, let me check. We got the Goth, Deadpool, Dramatic, Drogos, Dr. Disrespect. Why the fuck do we have a Dr. Disrespect voice? Okay. Yeah, I could probably add a Vader voice. That would be interesting. All right. Loki. Do we have a Loki? I don't know. You guys look at it. It's the pinned comment. Guys, let's go over the final topic. I know we're at tier 2, but considering I'm utilizing these for clips, let me keep the ears off for a minute. Let me keep it off for a minute. And I'll put them on. I'll put them on right after that. Ron DFK with the 100 jewels. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's go over this. Oh, did you guys see this?
Okay.
Round 1. Fight.
Dude. Oh, man. He's such a good addition. He is such a good addition, bro. People being mad about that, bro. They have no idea, man. You felt that, bro? Tell me about it. He literally laughed in his face. Bro, so good. Here comes the memes. Yeah, the memes are great. All right, let me X out of all this nonsense with Tekken. And let's go into the Destiny nonsense, boys. Let's go into the Destiny nonsense. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the Destiny conversation is heating up. It's heating up, boys. And today, in this video, we're going to go over what is going on with Destiny and the petition that is currently at 206,627 official signatures, which is pretty interesting. And I was going to go over this anyway because I had plans to check it out because I had said I was going to. But I especially felt like going over it because I essentially got accused of grifting which, you know, I love that stuff. It happens quite often, and it's great. We love to see it. I got tagged by Stream Hero over on X, who said the following. Hypnotic, I saw your video. Bungie just imploded their own fan base. And I find it disrespectful that you will mock fans for their passion and grief over the announcement of Destiny 2 ceasing active development. Okay, so first and foremost, in my previous video that I made about Destiny and covering the situation that was happening, I didn't mock Destiny fans. What I said was that I don't understand why people are shedding physical tears over a video game. Me personally, no matter how attached I've ever been to a game, I just never been to that point. I never shed physical tears over a video game, okay? I'll give you a couple of examples. Some of them I gave in my last video. This guy probably didn't get that far, so he never probably saw that part. But some examples I'll give you is, let's talk about World of Warcraft, right? World of Warcraft, thousands of hours in that game, okay? An ungodly amount of hours in that game. I ended up quitting that game because the developers just weren't giving me what I wanted with the game, unfortunately. After Wrath of the Lich King, I gave them a chance with Cataclysm, but when Mr. Pandoria came out, you can clearly see that was not going to work for me. So I checked out, and yeah, I was very attached to that game. Thousands of hours. I had world first raids. I had everything possible.
Just saying.
I agree, but it's okay. We're not going to bully them. We're just going to explain our situation. So I had thousands of hours in that game. Same thing with Final Fantasy XI. Final Fantasy XI, I had thousands of hours in that game too. Ended up quitting that game for World of Warcraft. I was actually playing them side by side for a little bit. The point is, I did hardcore raiding. I did everything. I was heavily invested. More invested than most people would be in a video game. With server first, Draenei, Shaman level something. I forgot what it was in Wrath of the Lich King. Server first, Yogg Saron, Zero Keepers. If you played World of Warcraft, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Even with all of that investment, I still didn't shed a fucking tear physically when I ended up having to leave the game because the developers were just not giving me what I wanted. The game was going downhill, in my opinion, and it died, right? For me, anyway. Same thing with, let's say, Mass Effect, okay? Mass Effect, bro, you guys know, I've told this story many times. With Mass Effect, I lost my shit, okay? Lost my shit after investing so much time, hundreds of hours into each Mass Effect, only to get to the end of Mass Effect 3 and experiencing that ending after being completely lied to by Casey Hudson. Lost my shit, never shed a tear, okay? I was also, as I explained in my last stream, and I guess I'm going to have to explain it here, I don't think he's going to watch that far, because I think once his emotions got involved, I guess he heard me laughing at people crying, and I guess that was it. He didn't get to the point where I explained all of this. I was heavily invested in Destiny 1. I played Destiny 1 religiously. I even said that Destiny 1, I can acknowledge, was a huge cultural impact for a lot of people. It got people playing games like Destiny that never played games like Destiny before. Okay, I had a Hunter main, hand cannon only, golden gun Hunter main. That was what I played. I love that combo. All right, that's what I did. I played the Crucible quite often. I did a couple of raids and stuff like that. Like, I get it. I was heavily invested in Destiny 1, but then I played about 80 to 100 hours in Destiny 2, and I just decided to check out on it because it just wasn't what I remembered it to be, right? And I just felt like it was a glorious DLC that I didn't want to keep investing my time into it, right? So for me, yeah, I only got like 100 hours in Destiny 2 because I was already so invested in Destiny 1. By the time I got in Destiny 2 and realized what was going on, I was like, you know what, I'm good. I'll just move on. I don't have to do this, right? So for me, yes, like to assume anyway. And so this is where I got a little annoyed because just because Destiny never meant anything to you doesn't mean we should be locked down on. Oh my God. Like, so you literally prove that you only got to the point of me, which was in the beginning, by the way, literally the beginning of the video. You only got to the point where I was like laughing at the fact that people are physically crying over this game. You didn't listen to the rest of the video. You checked out and wrote a fucking long ass novel that you could have avoided because you saying Destiny never meant anything to me is bullshit. Because Destiny absolutely did mean a lot to me. The first one, anyway. Like I said, the second one, not so much. But you're not going to sit up here and pretend like Destiny didn't mean a lot to me. I fucking love Destiny. Anyway, you don't understand. People grew up playing Destiny. Where did they start with Halo? Again, people grew up playing Destiny, brother. I grew up playing video games that will make you look like a fucking child. If growing up with Destiny is where you grew up, I'm well ahead of you, brother. So you're not going to sit here and pretend as if I haven't been playing video games and being heavily involved in certain video games for a long-ass fucking time and grew up on video games that have died before my eyes. You're not going to... World of Warcraft, EverQuest? I've seen multiple MMORPGs that I was heavily invested in. Tabula Rasa? All right? The list goes on and on. Even EverQuest 2. Although EverQuest 2, I think I only have like 700 hours in. I really wasn't that super invested in that one. But EverQuest 1 I was. Anyway, the point is, if you're trying to say I don't understand growing up on Destiny, you got to be out of your fucking mind, bro. But anyway, you must not be a long-time viewer. And they start with Halo, then they move on to Destiny, where they start with Destiny and stayed with it. Some people even got married, meeting their spouse through Destiny. And yes, I did play Star Wars Galaxies. Fucking love that. I got stories for days if you want to ever talk about Star Wars Galaxies. RIP to my giant bunny that I still to this day don't understand how I got that bunny. All I know is I had a giant bunny and I ended up taking it to an inn where there was people like role-playing lap dancing in the inn, and I brought the bunny in there and blocked the character of the person lap dancing, and then somebody was like cursing me out in the messages saying, "Get the fucking bunny out of it." It was insane. It was insane. Anyway, I got stories for days about that. So, anyway, so guys, like, people meet up in World of Warcraft. There's people that have got married in World of Warcraft. There's people that have got married in from other video games as well. Final Fantasy. I know of some people that got married from somebody in Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 11 anyway. The point is, I understand if you met your spouse through Destiny and shit like that, but brother, again, spouse, kids, whatever, fine. But you really crying over the death of a video game? Me personally, I will never understand. I feel like I'm allowed to have that opinion. I just will never understand it. No matter how attached I am to a video game, I'm not about to fucking physically cry over a video game. You know? And again, that's me. And I even said in the video, I'm like, listen, if that's you, that's fine. I just will never personally understand it. That's all I said. But then I got greeted by this long fucking message for saying that, but apparently that made me a grifter or something? Like, whatever. I don't take the claims of grifters seriously. I haven't for years, bro. I haven't for years. I play way too many video games. I've been in gaming for way too long for me to take anything people like that say seriously. But I just find it to be funny. So anyway, some people got married, had kids, some shared moments playing Destiny with their kids. Many made friends they otherwise would have never made. No matter the reason, people are upset. There's a fond memory. Again, people have a right to be upset. It's okay. I never said that people cannot be upset. I never said people can't have a problem with the fact that the game is not getting supported anymore. All I said is that people have to understand that all online video games come to an end. Okay? All online video games come to an end, whether it's by your decision or not. And you have to be mentally ready for that. No matter how much of time you have invested in the game, all I said is that you have to be ready for it. That's really it. And the fact that you're crying over it tells me that you weren't ready for it. That's all I'm saying. And it's not just for personal reasons why Destiny meant so much to people. When you're a part of something for over a decade or nearly a decade, that something becomes part of your identity. Whether you're... Okay. I played World of Warcraft for fucking years, bro. Years. I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 for over a decade. I don't go around telling me, part of my identity is a Final Fantasy 14 player. Nah, bro. Never. I'm sorry. It's just like, you're not... I've been playing Final Fantasy 14 for how many years now? When did 1.0 come out? Let me look it up. Let's see. I'm looking it up right now. When did 1.0 Final Fantasy 14 release? Oh my god, I can't spell. Holy shit. Oh my god, I fucked up. When did 1.0 Final Fantasy 14. I'm just looking it up real quick. When did 1.0? Okay, the original was released on September 30th, 2010. 2010, motherfuckers. Okay? What year is it now? 2026. Okay? 2026, bitches. All right? That is 16 fucking years in that game. I've seen that game go from 1.0 all the way to what it is now. And I'm still not crying at the fact that I'm probably going to end up quitting that game if the next expansion is absolute garbage. Okay? So I don't understand. Again, it's just me personally. That's all. So to pretend like I've never been attached to something, brother, 16 fucking years, bro. I literally shit on your decade. I'm almost at 2 decades. And that's the most recent game. Anyway. Something over a decade. When you're part of something over a decade, that's something that becomes part of your identity. Whether you're a day one raider, a PvPer, lore teller, maybe you own merchandise. Okay. Brother, do you want to go over all the books that I have for World of Warcraft? Do you want to go over all the novels that I have for World of Warcraft? Do you want to go over all the art books that I have for World of Warcraft? Do you want to go all the novels and books and art books that I have for Final Fantasy 14? Because I have them. I would upload them to my manga channel if they were manga, but they're not. But I have them. The fuck? Destiny meant something to us. That's why we grieve over it, but that's also why we fight for it. You could fight for it. I'm about to help you fight for it right now by putting out the petition in a second. I got you, brother. Don't worry about it. This grifter's going to put your link out there. Because if it's Destiny's taught us anything, is that every encounter has a final stand, and that guardians make their own fate. Bro, there are video games that have showcased that ideology well before Destiny. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe Destiny is the one that showed you, and that's great. But there are plenty of games that have had this idea well beforehand. Okay, that's flexing. It's not flexing. If it was flexing, I would show it off, but I don't. I just keep it in my private collection. But I have a lot. I have a lot of World of Warcraft books, art books, even Diablo books, StarCraft books. I got StarCraft books, motherfuckers. I got Elder Scrolls books, Elder Scrolls novels. I got a lot of that shit. Anyway, I don't know if we could save the franchise, but none of us ever blamed Bungie or Sony for why Destiny met its downfall. Why not? No, we all blamed... What the fuck is this? Parsons? What the... Parsons? Who is this? Pete Parsons? Oh, the CEO of Bungie. Wait, so you don't blame Bungie or Sony, but you blame the CEO for using acquisition funds to buy classic cars, gutting the company from within before finally leaving the company when it could no longer sustain his lifestyle. So, wait a second. I'm a little confused. So, to my knowledge, he bought, with his own bonus, he bought a bunch of classic cars. I don't believe he used company money to buy classic cars. To my knowledge, he utilized the bonus that he gained to buy classic cars. So why are you angry over what this man did with his own money? Is it because he has a ton of money and you feel like it should have gone back to the company? Listen, with all due respect, if you think that the money that Parsons used to go buy his classic cars, if you think that that money would have saved Bungie or Destiny or any of that, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. But if he did use company money to go buy the classic cars, well, that's really gay. You know, you shouldn't do that. You probably shouldn't do that, but it wouldn't have saved the company anyway. Because guess what? The company still would have made Marathon anyway. It still would have made Marathon anyway. They still would have been blowing money left and right. They would have still overhired during COVID. All that stuff would have still happened. All of that would have happened regardless. And then here's the best part. Maybe instead of disrespecting us, it was clearly, guys, it was disrespect. It was disrespect to try to find a connection with Destiny players. It was disrespect to basically say that I don't understand why people are physically crying over a video game no matter how attached they are. It was disrespect to say that I also understand the impact that the game had and why people are so invested in it. I get that. It's also apparently disrespectful to say that I was a hardcore Destiny 1 player. I even mentioned the character that I had, the gun build that I have, the spec that I had and everything. It was so disrespectful to do all of that. Having a different opinion is super disrespectful. Ouch. You can reach out and hear our stories instead of just grifting. Oh, I love it, bro. Say it again. Grifting off the death of a game you didn't have any attachment to. Wow. A game that I had no attachment to. Gotta love it, brother. Gotta love it. You know, I just love that you are talking about disrespect, but you assumed literally everything. Because everything you mentioned, everything you complained about, everything that you literally said was addressed in the video. And had you watched the whole video instead of getting emotional at the first claim that I made about the tears being made, you would have realized that you're talking to somebody who did have an attachment to Destiny. It may not have been as long as some of you, but are we really going to start arguing over whether or not 1,000 hours is any worse than 3,000 hours? It doesn't matter, brother. Like the amount of, once you get to a certain amount of hours, you were clearly somebody who was invested in the game. That is a lot of time spent on a video game. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of fucking effort. What the? Like, I hate when people do the, well, you didn't spend as much as me on the game, so your opinion doesn't matter. What? What are we doing? Like, sure, maybe you could say that about Destiny 2, because at the end of the day, like, I'm very honest. I told you, I only played like 80 to 100 hours. I don't remember the exact number, but it's not as much as Destiny 1. But I didn't play that much of Destiny 2 because I was already checked out at that point. Like, I felt like Bungie kind of didn't really give me what I was looking for in Destiny 2. You know? But other than that, yeah, I mean, I agree. Anyway, so he goes over the petition showcasing that it has 193,000 signatures. So guess what? We're going to go over that today. He wants me to hear the voices and to hear the stories and to understand why people are physically crying. Okay. Again, it's not going to change my mind over the physically crying over a video game thing. I could understand being sad. And then, again, I don't know like how much I have to explain this, and I feel like they do understand it, but emotions are so high right now that they're purposely misrepresenting it. Anyway, if you're sad over a game dying, that's perfectly fine. If you're upset or angry over a game dying, that's also perfectly fine. If you're upset at the company for killing the game when they chose to support their other game that they have right now, that's also perfectly fine. I just don't get the crying part. That's all I'm saying. That's my opinion. I don't get the crying part, but that's me. It doesn't mean you got to be like me. If you want to let one out, you want to cry up a storm, have at it, brother. Have at it. I'll never tell you you can't do that. I'm just saying I don't understand it. That's all it is, bro. Anyway, let's hear what some of these people have to say, because they've been saying some stuff, okay? I'm going to go to the videos. Let's check out the video. Here we go.
Signing this petition is worth a shot. So many Guardians called this game home, and through challenges and triumphs they've all faced in their own lives and in the game, we've all grown together as a community. And hopefully this works. Hopefully we get to see a continuation of the game, of the franchise we called home, that goes beyond just being a game. It was a second home for all of us.
So, I understand that. Totally get that. Yeah, he sounds really broken. I get all that. I get the disappointment. But you also, for me, it's like I could never let sadness take over me when the reason for Destiny being in the place that it is the same company that gave you Destiny. Right? And I have to question all these people, 200,000 plus people signing this petition. 51,000 signed it today. There are more people that signed it today than were playing the game concurrently for the past year or two. I just want you to think, just remember that in your mind. 51,000 people showed up to sign up today. There's not even 51,000 people playing the game concurrently right now on Steam. And by the way, there is 18 to 30 some odd million people that have Destiny 2 in their library. So I just question. It just looks a little weird. Concurrent is not total overall. Yes, Saint Adjacent, I understand that. I'm the one that teaches people that 9 out of 10 times about Steam. I get that. The point is, when you have 18,000 some odd concurrent players, and that only happened recently because a week or so ago, there was about 9,000 concurrent players on Destiny 2 at any given time, maybe 10,000. Ask me how I know. It's because we were looking at it about a week or two ago. Right? We were looking at it about a week or two ago, so I know the numbers. When you have that, again, it's not going to be like, it's not going to be a massive amount of numbers. 18 to 19,000 current on Steam right now probably equates to maybe about 35, 40,000 overall for the day. Especially when you start to question, okay, these numbers are massively skyrocketing right now, which means people are purposely not logging off because they want to showcase to Bungie that there's still some life to this game. You know? That's 200K players. No, it's not. No, it's not, brother. 18,000 concurrent players on Steam is not 200,000 players for the day. It's not even close, bro. It's not even close. At best, maybe 50,000. You're not at 200,000 players across different time zones. That's not happening with 18,000 concurrent players. Even if you wanted to say 100,000, maybe. Even then, I'm going to say probably not. But 200,000, you're not even close. But in any case, let's see what this guy has to say.
I've been playing since the D1 alpha.
That's
and
a
what
good
started
ass
as a
microphone,
game to pass
brother.
the time became over 10 years of memories, friendships, raid races, late nights, and one of the best MMO communities I've ever experienced. Destiny got a lot right and a lot wrong, but there's still nothing else like it. With Sony backing it, a fresh start could be incredible. You could even just call it Destiny Legacy, bring back every raid from D1, D2, all the dungeons, and just preserve its history.
I think it's fucked up that they took so much content away from Destiny, and then the excuse that they made as to the reason why they took it away, I think it's really fucked up. And I've said that many times over, which kind of makes me happy that I abandoned Destiny in Destiny 2, because it's just, it was so, like when Kata explained that to me, I was like, really, dude? That's fucking retarded. You know?
I'd buy that day one.
He'll buy that day one. All right, that's fair. Let's see what we got.
It's just not a game. It's more than that. It's a place where people can express themselves and be themselves and play with each other. This is where I met my close online friends, and we're together bonded because of Destiny. And I would be so sad if that dream can stop just because people got greedy. I really would like for this to continue.
That's fair. That's fair. So that's the only videos that I could see. Again, I understand where these people are coming from. I totally get it. Again, I'm not, I don't know why people they get so mad when I say I just don't understand the tiers aspect. See, this is fine. This is normal, I guess, if you want to call it normal. I think it's a little far, but whatever. But people being upset over a game dying, fine, whatever. Especially if you've been playing over 10 years, I get that. But this whole, I just feel like people are taking it to a whole nother level. Saint Jason says 200K divided by 12, 16K, that's 2 hours per time zone. Again, Saint, what I'm trying to tell you is that people are logging in and staying logged in Destiny 2 more so unnaturally than any other game right now because they're trying to bolster the numbers. So whatever standard math, I'm telling you right now, it's not 200,000. Can I prove it? No. Can you prove it? No. So we're at a standstill at this point. Shit like this is why I stick to single player games. Yeah, I know. Anyway, I get it. But realistically, I think what will serve the community better would be to channel that energy into anger towards Bungie and to try to get them to realize their mistake. Because, again, if this person would have watched my video, they would have realized that even I said it was a mistake for them to do this. It's a mistake for them to do this. It's a mistake for them to give up Destiny for Marathon. It's an absolute fucking mistake to do that. Because you are, the install base for Destiny 2 far exceeds by a long shot the install base for Marathon. It's not even close. And yes, I understand that Marathon is pay to play. I get that. $40, whatever, versus Destiny being free to play now. I understand that. But you made money with Destiny over the years that it's been available. You should have focused on trying to bring people back. That long-ass 8-page list that you gave for Marathon, you should have did that for Destiny. And I think people would have came back. I think you would have had a good amount of numbers from people playing Destiny. And if it was good content that they would have been excited for, I think they would have came back. Personally. Now, let's check the Steam DB really quick to see how the game is doing. Because I haven't checked since yesterday. So let's see how this goes. Let's check Destiny 2. Whoops, not Crimson Desert. We don't want to do Crimson Desert. Destiny 2. All right. So the 24-hour peak is pretty much what it was yesterday. If anything, it's slowly falling down. So we got 18,991 concurrent players right now for Destiny 2. And again, just to remind people, the install base. Anywhere from 19 million to 37 million people have Destiny 2 in their libraries, right? Demon Carroll says, let's be fair, Destiny 2 ain't free. It's like a drug, the first. You get what I'm saying, though. Like, the entry point into Destiny is a lot easier than the entry point going to Marathon. That's all I'm saying, okay? 18 to 37 million people have it in their account, right? Marathon, not so much. Marathon is actually, it's going lower. 11,074 concurrent players with an install base of anywhere between 855,000 to 1.41 million. Right? So I think it's a bad mistake. And if you go to the Marathon forums, Marathon's better than Destiny. No one likes Destiny anymore. Look no further than Destiny Rising. This rivalry needs to stop. Toxic as fuck. Goodbye, Destiny. Marathon wins. Haters are in shambles. This is the Marathon forums, okay? The Destiny forums, kind of ridiculous how everyone's having a meltdown. The end was written in stone after several markers in stone selling to Sony. Bungie hiring a bunch of purple-haired woke-tard women. Oh my god. Destiny 2's grave. Let's see. I've always wondered why Bungie handled vaulted content this way. Marathon killed Destiny. Do you think that's true? Destiny 2 is a top-selling game. USA ranked 28 this week. Okay, but the thing about that is that top-selling for free-to-play games only means the amount of downloads. It doesn't actually mean anything else other than the amount of downloads. So that doesn't mean too much. Unless microtransaction DLC gets counted towards that, which I'll be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure if that does for Steam. So I won't comment on that. But I do know it factors in downloads, right? So where's the demand for publicly available server code? I see a lot of new low-level players. Game keeps crashing hard. Anyone else actually excited now? Imagine Microsoft buys Bungie back and we get both Halo and Destiny 3. Brother, you are coping. You are coping! Destiny 2 is dead. Which games are you planning to play? You know, actually, it ain't over till it's over. I respect it. Listen, I'll tell you this. I think it's fucked up what they're doing to Destiny players, okay? I do. Hopefully this person gets to this part, because unfortunately he didn't get to this part during the last video that I made. And let's be real, probably is not going to get to this part. But I'm on the side of Destiny players. I think that they should get their game supported. I think that killing Destiny 2 in order to fully support Marathon only is a really stupid fucking decision. I think that's dumb. And I think what's going to ultimately end up happening, which we all know is going to happen, is that Marathon is also going to die, right? Bungie doesn't have the money to support both video games right now, and they chose to support Marathon over Destiny. But in my opinion, I think it's only a matter of time before Marathon dies as well. And now, Marathon players will be celebrating right now, but they're not going to be celebrating a year from now if it keeps going the way that it's going, right? So I think it's only a matter of time before Destiny players get their vengeance. But all that's going to do, this civil war, all it's going to do between Destiny and Marathon, it's going to kill them both. That's it. That's all that's going to happen. It's going to kill both of these video games right before our eyes, and Bungie's going to end up as, with the dodo birds. That's really what's going to happen. So it's kind of sad to see this go down the way that it did. But really, it's both of them just killing each other off. That's really what it is. And we haven't even gotten to the first wipe in Marathon. Wait till we get to the wipe in Marathon. Wait till those players that have never played an extraction game before realize what's going to happen. Because there are a lot of people that play these games that don't pay attention to the updates. There's a lot of people that play these games that don't pay attention to the news. I guarantee you, when that first wipe happens, you might see a player bump initially from people that just want to play on an even playing field, but it's going to go away pretty quickly, and you're going to be right back to where you were, if not less. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it just seems like Marathon is not long for this world, and Bungie, they're very lucky that their legacy means a lot to Sony, because if it wasn't for their legacy, they would be joining all the other studios that Sony just recently closed down. And it's a lot. It's a lot of studios. Microsoft, too. Microsoft has been closing down a lot of studios recently. It's crazy. They buy up all these studios to compete with each other, and then they fucking destroy them almost immediately. You know? When's the wipe coming? I think it's pretty soon. I think it's like a couple weeks away. Maybe. Something like that. So we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening, but that's basically it. Again, I have no anger towards this person that didn't watch my video but then assumed everything. I'm used to it by now. All right, I'm being on YouTube. I'm used to people pretending like they know everything about my content, but they don't actually know. I'm used to it. It's fine. I just wanted to address the allegations of not being passionate about anything, because that's completely fucking horseshit. And you just made yourself look retarded in the meantime. Because I could talk about video games that are much older than whatever video game that you personally love right now, or have loved for however many years. If Destiny was what got you into MMORPG style gameplay, you're a child in comparison. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. Don't get mad at me. So, that's it. But yeah, I'm very passionate. Very passionate about video games, man. Let's talk about Star Wars Star Wars Galaxies was one of those video games that confused the fuck out of me, bro. It really did. It was one of those games that you would just run around and get lost in all the time. You know? But yeah, I gotta be honest with you, I do miss Destiny 1. Destiny 1 was such an experience, man. It really was, dude. It really was. It was such an experience. And I think it was like Old Man Cat, or I don't remember who said it in the chat, but they were like, hey, remember when you zone into the moon for the first time and you see that skybox and how epic it was? It was fucking insane. It was insane. I've never seen Destiny as an MMO ever. Neither did I. The people, Gamers Disturb, the people that saw Destiny as an MMO were people that never really played MMOs before Destiny. And they thought that Destiny was an MMO because it had a consistent world that other players were able to join in on. So that's why they thought that. But anybody with a brain knows that a real MMORPG is not quite like Destiny. It's a lot more expanded than that. Obviously, like World of Warcraft, EverQuest, a real persistent world, like an actual real single persistent world. Obviously, you have servers, but you know that's basically it. My first MMORPG was Ultima Online, Hook, Line, and Sinker. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's amazing. It was a shared universe in reality. Yeah, I guess. Destiny always considered. Bungie themselves called an MMO. Yeah, Bungie's also retarded. So let's be real. And so also be fair. To be fair, at the time that... Okay, here, let's check this out. Destiny... Let me see. When did Destiny 1 release? Let's see. 2014. Okay, so around 2014, they were labeling like MMORPGs on everything because MMORPGs were still pretty hot. But obviously people were coming off the high of World of Warcraft. It wasn't as high as it was. Like, let me see something. Hold on. What expansion was live in WoW? Hold on. In WoW in 2014. Warlords of Draenor was the primary expansion. Yeah, WoW was pretty much like, I don't want to say dead, but it wasn't in its prime at the time. Hamar says Destiny was MMO light at best. I'll take that. MMO light is fine. I would definitely understand, like, MMO light is fine. For sure. It never had the content of the social stuff. Or yeah, exactly. You also didn't have to pay a monthly fee. Yeah. Well, MMORPGs started going or trying to go to free to play, and a lot of them were just not designed for that. So unfortunately, they all kind of died, you know, with that. Galaxies was awesome. I missed that game. My first MMO was Asheron's Call. Oh my God, Asheron's Call. I remember that. Fuck, dude. That's memories. Holy shit. There were a lot of new MMOs at the time. There were, because there were still people trying to be the WoW killer. So anything that could be tagged as MMO, they would try to do it. It's kind of similar to today's roguelite, where they call everything a roguelite because they feel like that'll make it, I don't know, more digestible by people. I really don't know. DC Universe. I didn't play DC Universe that much. I played it very little. You know what video game I wish I played more, but I just didn't have a computer at the time to actually play it. It was very laggy. Bro, oh my God, man. The Matrix Online, brother. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. The Matrix Online, bro. Fucking hell. God damn. I played a lot of Rift. I think I had like 2,000 or 3,000 hours in Rift. I was all for Rift. I thought Rift was a really good MMO. And I really thought that Rift was going to be the game that was actually going to compete with World of Warcraft. And I feel like it did in the beginning. It had really fun raids, really fun public content. I really fucking loved Rift. Oh my God. Rift was great. They had like a lot of really cool like collectibles to find in the world and shit. It was so good. Rift was good. City of Heroes, Marvel Heroes is back. I wanted to try City of Heroes too. Yeah, I really wasn't into those, to be honest with you. You played a lot of Rift? Yeah, dude. Rift was the shit. You know what game I wish should have competed with WoW? Warhammer Online. Me personally. Warhammer Online was my crack. And when I tell you that I was so sad. There was two video games that I feel I was really sad about them dying, or essentially just people quitting them. Number one was Warhammer Online. That was one of the best MMORPGs I've ever played. I was a Bright Wizard main. I already told this story many times. Bright Wizard main. They had the what was it called? Combustion or whatever fucking passive that when you did damage, you continuously took damage, and then at 100% you took insane damage, but you also dealt insane damage. And then I partnered with a healer, and we would go into the battlegrounds and we will fuck shit up. I would stay at 100% all the time, killing myself all the time, but he would heal me up so I don't die. And we would do fucking I forgot what dot. There was like a damage over time that Bright Wizards had. And that if they casted another spell on top of someone who had that dot, it would explode and spread to everybody around him. And then everybody would start burning for insane levels of damage. And you could fucking kill an entire goddamn battleground by just doing it at 100%, spread it around to everybody like AIDS, and they died. It was great. It was so great. Oh, fuck. What am I talking about? I'm not passionate about anything. Fuck. What am I talking about? I never played video games before. What's that? What is that? Anyway, that was amazing. And the second one, and I think this one's going to be a little more controversial, but I actually really like this game. Don't judge me for liking this game, okay? I thought this game was going to be a WoW killer. I thought this game was going to be like, it was so much fun. The combat was fun. The player housing was great at the time. WildStar. WildStar. That game was so much fun. I played a warrior in that game. I fucking loved WildStar, bro. I really did. I was so sad when that game died. I really was. WildStar was the shit, and it died. It died. But no, like the gameplay was cool. Playing as a warrior was cool. The combat was cool. It was so quick. Like if you were a skilled player, you really benefited from WildStar. They had a little bit of an obsession. WildStar had a little bit of an obsession with all of their attacks being telegraphed. You know what I'm saying? So like any attack from a warrior, it had like a conal effect, and it was like it would draw it on the ground, and it would telegraph those attacks. Anyway, like all the attacks in the game were telegraphed, kind of similar to how Final Fantasy XIV has it now. But yeah, WildStar was so good. Really was good, man. Unfortunate how that game died. But again, all these games that I've spent thousands of fucking hours in, I never once shed a tear when they died. And also, I always had Steam, so I would make sure to stay friends with the people that I met playing these games, right? Like, just because the game dies, what do you mean? The person that you met that you like playing the game with is going to disappear? No, motherfucker. Add them to Steam. Boom. Solved. You know? If it was really that serious, get their fucking number. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You know? So many lost games. I know. I know. Not even when Eris died? Nope. Nope. I actually laughed. No. Don't judge me. Don't. Stop. I hear the judgment. Oh, man. I hear the judgment. Fuck. Listen, I actually laughed when she died. I know. I know. That's terrible. That's terrible. But I just thought it was funny because the way, yikes, bro. No, listen, let me explain. So you got to understand, in the PlayStation 1, Aerith is like a bunch of boxes, right? A bunch of boxes. When she got stabbed, it was like a bunch of boxes just falling over. Listen, I don't know how to explain it, man. All right? I don't know how to explain it. Cajun Bowser says, great that you didn't cry over a game. That said, people are allowed to. I never said they weren't. See, that's the thing. When somebody says their opinion of, I don't understand why people would physically cry over a video game, people then take that as you're saying that other people are not allowed to physically cry over a video game. It's like, again, I've never said that. I'm questioning why. Because I've experienced attachment to video games. I've invested an ungodly amount of hours. I met there's a friend of mine who I met in Star Wars Galaxies, okay? Who was there for that moment with the bunny in the inn, where I was getting called all kinds of names for blocking a lap dance that was happening in the inn. And that person joined in on my trolling, and we immediately became friends. And I know him till this day. And I know he watches this channel. I know him till this day, and we still talk to this day, 20 some odd years. Like, when did Star Wars Galaxies come out? I don't even remember. Let me see. Star Wars. When did Star Wars Galaxies come out? 2000? No. Is that it? 2003? Fuck. Damn. That's painful, bro. Yeah, 2003. So, anyway, too bad you don't have footage of the bunny event. That would have been awesome. Yeah, I wasn't exactly like... We used to, back then, I don't even know if fraps was a thing back then. Like, all you guys know, you know, people who played World of Warcraft in original vanilla, you guys know we used to record our footage with fraps. You guys remember fraps? Remember that shit? Remember fraps? Yeah. It was called fraps, right? Yeah, I'm not bugging. I'm not like having dementia here. It was called fraps. Yeah, fraps, bro. It was so bad. Fraps was so bad, bro. Oh my god. But that's how we would record our footage. You know? Fuck it, fraps, man. Anyway. It ran like 25 FPS with a watermark. Yes. Yes, it did. It did. The watermark was so gay, bro. So gay. Anyway, let's catch up on TTS, man. Sorry, we kind of went down memory lane. I don't know why, because I don't play games. I'm not passionate about anything. Let's,
Of course, my voice is here. Why wouldn't be here?
What the fuck? Is that Dr. Disrespect? Oh my god,
this
bro.
just means that private servers become a thing.
Titan Waz, thank you for the 2. That's true. Panther, thank you for the 5.
Retard alert. How are these people allowed on the internet?
You fucked up, sir.
I'll send him a starter package for Star Citizen.
You fucked up, sir. You fucked up, old man cat. Thank you for the 5. Appreciate that. I'm such a boomer. Bro, how am I a boomer? I still handle myself perfectly fine. In today's modern day. This talk needs to be its own segment. Yeah, I could. What is this number you speak of? Oh, I don't know. TTS actually said it. It did. I thought Hypno was dead inside. I am. Right? I guess. It's not reading Flip Shazam's. I think Flip Shazam might have broken the...
Hashtag Cortana.
It did.
AI's out of control.
Yep.
Someone needs to bring a push for more privacy laws. We need to get a handle on the industry before it is too late. AI is going to ruin personal computing industry.
GDR, I agree, brother. Thank you so much for the 10. I appreciate that Cortana vote. Thank you, sir. Oh, my God. Lockwire with the 5.
Destiny
Thank you, sir.
2 was good when it first released. Then it started to die with the release of all the full-priced DLCs that offered very little content.
True.
The story died when the Android guy died.
Yes. Oh, my God. I still remember that. What the fuck is that?
Oh, yes. Show me your equipment, doctor.
What? Panthra.
Hashtag Cortana.
Wow.
All of gaming is in the gutter. AI is pricing out gaming as a viable hobby. Soon gaming will be a niche hobby because the price of hardware will make it impossible unless you are okay with owning nothing.
Well, that's what they want you to do.
Always wanted to play WildStar. PC couldn't connect to their servers. Had Windows 8.1 bug. Took a year to figure it out.
That's right.
But the game died before I did.
That's right, Benjamin. Thank you for the 5. Real
Some
GDR,
of
thank you
these
for the 20.
are still playable, but on private.
Yes, I know that. But I don't really want to fuck with private
servers. I put the game
servers.
down for a week after ERUPT's death.
What, Janarthis? Really? I couldn't put it down because at that point I was invested. I was like, oh shit, I need to see what's going on here. GDR, that is thank you for the 20. Yes, I agree. What they want to do is they want to make it so that the hardware is so expensive that essentially it forces you into using whatever service that they could sell you performance with. That's why with cloud gaming, they want to sell you, 720p, 1080p, 4K. They're just going to keep selling you performance and making it actually harder and harder to acquire that performance naturally. That's their ultimate goal. They would love that. I put the ears on because we were at tier 2 for a while. It's just, I should have put it on during that long ass conversation we had, but it's okay. We're just going to play it right now. Here we go. My avatar freaked out. Too much headbanging. Guys, we hit tier 2, man. You fucking legends, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Let's go over to Rumble. Rumble, what do we got going on, man? Rumble, what are you doing? We got Format with another membership over on Rumble. Torinol with another membership over on Rumble, like an absolute legend. And then Torinol with a 2 says, could be they looked at the Destiny community and said, we can't keep this around. There is a genuine culture war going on with gaming. Destroy the spaces you don't like, promote the ones you want. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, at this point, who really knows, Thank you for the 2. All right, guys, we're fully caught up. Boys, we got to pick a winner. We got to pick a winner right now. We've been hanging out for a while tonight. Thank you guys so much. This has been a lot of fun, man. You guys are awesome to talk to every single day. HXC became a member. What a legend. Guys, Cortana versus Trish. We need to make it happen. Stop making fun of my low-resolution image of Trish. It's one of the only ones that I could find that wasn't AI or drawn or anything like that. Let's go. Let's go. Janarthis says everyone takes their games differently. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Again, all I was saying was I just don't personally get it. But people take that as that's me saying it's not allowed. I've never said that. Never said that. Now, you could say there's no crying in baseball. You could definitely say that. If you get that reference, you're old. Sorry. Right now, Cortana is heavily in the lead. But if you love Devil May Cry, we could try to turn this around. Let's see how it goes. Because Hypno is a racist. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Cortana crushes, maybe. It's 167 against $30 right now. Why does she have a man space? She doesn't. It's just called low resolution. You get this man a weapon? Yes. There is no turning this around. Old man Cad, have faith. Have faith, man. Have faith. Damn, nobody likes Trish, man. Nobody likes Trish. It's not good. All right, boys. Are we ready for the final? Are we ready for the final countdown? Here we go. Last one that shows up on my screen is going to be the one that counts. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Lock through $1 for Trish as well over on Rumble. Holy shit.
Hashtag
Fight. Oh,
Waffles.
last second. Waiting for lag. 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 And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We got to wait for Rumble because they're lagging like 10, 15 seconds. Boys. Holy shit, my guy.
Holy shit.
That was absolutely insane, boys. Holy fuck. I cannot believe that happened. I thought for a fact that Cortana fans were going to be very comfortable. Very comfortable. But we had GDR drop a $100 Red Boy hyper banger for Trish and says Trish can wash my balls anytime. What the fuck?
We have ourselves a Red Boy hyper banger!
Shout out to GDR with the $100 Red Boy. GDR, you got to let me know what clip you want, my brother. That was insane, man. Thank you so much. And then Black Tailgate, he followed it up again. Not only did he do his first Red Boy at the beginning of the stream, but he did his second Red Boy at the end of the stream. He's like, I didn't think it was needed, but what the hell? Well, you just saved Cortana. Seriously.
We have ourselves a Red Boy hyper banger!
Holy shit, man. I'll go over that because the numbers are already in. And then Dead Eyes Lock with the $1 over on Rumble for Trish says, shock this AI like a certain dog circuits. What the fuck? Thank you, Dead Eyes Lock. I appreciate that, man. All right, guys. The numbers are in, boys. The numbers are in. We got, let's see, Cortana at $267 flat against Trish at $131 flat, which means the winner. And moving on to the next round in the Waifu Battle Tournament is none other than Cortana. Ladies and gentlemen, that's insane. That's insane.
I can break anything I want you to read my chat out loud.
What? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Marry me, Hypno.
What? What the fuck is
You
going on?
can shape my Wookiee, and we can game together after in the dark.
What? Did it finally play Flip Shazam's super chat from earlier? Is that what that was? Bro. Bro, what? What the hell is going on? I don't know. I never know anymore. My mind is like blown right now. Bro, what the fuck? Oh my god, it's ghosts. Yeah, what a way to end the stream. I know. I know.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're
I'm coping from that super chat.
Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Cortana's going to go backstage where she will be moving on to the next round. Guys, tomorrow, you're not going to want to miss tomorrow's battle because I think this might be the first bloodbath of this particular bracket. Tomorrow's battle is Chun-Li versus Lulu from Final Fantasy. That's going to be, I think that's going to be a big one. I don't know about you. I like both of them. All right. They're both heavily stacked. I don't know which way that one's going to go, to be honest with you. I feel like either or is a great pick, but that's going to be tomorrow's battle. So do not miss that one. That's going to be insane. Guys, we got to play some clips, and then we're going to head on out for the evening. Thank you guys so much for the insane support today. I appreciate that. Join me tomorrow over on Griffcast. I didn't do one today. Today was Memorial Day, so I was super fucking busy. But we're going to do one tomorrow. And I think, don't quote me, but I think 007 should be available in early access tomorrow by the time I do Griffcast. And if it is, I'll do that. If not, we're going to continue Lego Batman. Regardless, we're going to be alternating the games to finish them both. So thank you guys so much for the insane support today. I hope every single one of you had so much fun. You guys are awesome. And yeah, I really don't know what else to say, man. Shout out to everybody for liking, super chatting, everything, commenting, and taking part in a conversation about passion for some older franchises that I am not passionate about. Thank you guys so much for taking part in that. That was cool to talk about old video games like that. Sometimes I feel like aside from a couple of my real life friends, I really don't get to talk about older video games like that because most people haven't experienced them these days. So, it's a little hard, but regardless, pretty cool. Thank you guys so much again. And shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you guys as well. And I will see every single one of you on the next one. Until then, you guys already know, man, go be bigots and go be gooners. GDR didn't tell me what he wanted other than fear and dancers. I don't have fear and dancers. I do have anime waifus. But, you know, unfortunately, what do you call it? Blacktail already requested that. So we're going to play something else.
I'm terrified of elevators, so I'm taking steps to avoid them. Fun fact, I actually am.
So what kind of, like, how does that work? Sonia super chatting a 5, utilizing the Sonia voice. How does that work when Sonia utilizes the Sonia? I don't know. How does that work? That's a little confusing. Sonia, thank you for the 5. I appreciate that. Had to do the dad joke, didn't you? And then you said, fun fact, I actually am. Yeah, that makes sense. Sonia-ception? Yeah, it's basically Sonia Inception, basically. Guys, thank you. I appreciate it. Hypnomods, thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. Sorry I went so late today. We were just talking about video games. And I'll see every single one of you in the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
All right, boys, we got another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
All right, this is the last one. This is the last one. I hypnotic, cha-cha-cha, hypno, yes, big, strong, beefy man. He's got that pussy ready to pop. This man said perfection, brother. You gay as hell, boy. You're gay as hell. This man gay as hell. Tell you what, just like this.
Try to relax your anus.
And a little bit of a...
Your shoulders.
You gay as hell.
I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck it, yeah, John. Put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, we eat.
at the touch of the black man. I bring life. 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 That's right!
Why the hell are you still here? Go on. Get out of here. Go play some video games.